And pose. 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 And pose. Very nice, everybody. Well, we're continuing. We're continuing.
Because why wouldn't you?
Actually, that's, yeah.
Are you just flipping people off and doing, like, bang, bang?
That.
Bang, bang.
I'm a real big bella.
I know, Aragwen, now you have to donate 2 bits, like, all the time. I'm kidding. We love you.
2 bits per second that Scott is
2
in
bits
focus.
per second.
That sounds like a reasonable.
Quick, somebody rub his face with grease. Yeah, I would look out of focus because I'd be kind of shiny and...
Just thumbprint the...
That makes much...
Thank you.
Classic.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, hi,
Yeah.
Liz. Welcome back.
Oh, thanks so much. No one wanted to hear what I had to say anyway.
Oh no, I
Oh.
missed the beginning nonsense.
I
You
feel-
haven't, actually.
It's true, weirdness. We're
There's
just
some
getting warm.
brand
Unless you
new
mean, like-
beginning
voguing.
nonsense
Yeah.
today.
What does that mean?
Oh, but-
No, hang on. What does that mean? I don't know
I
what that means.
guess I have 80-20, but it's just tracking my 9mm clip
What
size.
a dude. 20 bullets on your 9?
18.
Oh, okay.
That's a spin down counter. That's not
Good
even
grief.
a D20.
It's true. It's even got a magic logo on it.
I mean, I understand
specific
what
set.
a spin down is, but like,
Do you,
it's
Scott?
still randomized.
do
Like,
you
you could
really?
still use it as a.
Well,
You could use it as a D20.
you know, I've been
Yes,
thinking
you
about
could.
how we have people who show up at the beginning, and I'm pleased for them. You know, like I really like it when somebody decides to arrive and greet us at the very start.
Mhm.
And I'm starting to wonder whether we're not doing enough for them.
Oh,
Oh,
okay. What do you?
no?
I think we.
My channel.
Me?
Huh?
My channel. Oh no, I needed this.
My community guidelines.
My Twitch team's so
Whoa!
What did you have in mind? If anything, I don't know. Maybe you just
Well,
wanted to.
Oh fuck! I still haven't changed that.
Damn
Okay,
it.
no, demonetized.
It's okay. Quick, John, just grump me again
darkness.
during the stream today.
Yeah, I might as
Aragwen,
well.
please
right?
tell me you're just sharpieing it out on your own computer monitor.
Right?
English?
You go to your another. You go
post-it
to a different
note.
tab. You're like, son of a bitch.
Who did you think was Grump and who is no longer a Grump?
Well, Braum is
Did-
no longer a grump,
Oh,
so
okay.
it's still on the overlay.
Yeah, it's still on the overlay because
It's okay. Aragwen fixed it by sharpieing it out on her monitor. so
See,
we're
I
fine.
thought like someone reverted to Wilder because I went like this.
I don't think
like,
that's
wow.
how that
Let's
works.
just keep making that gesture like over and over again and just watch my
Compute it
channel
or
be
cannot
gone.
compute it.
No one's
Thank you.
gonna.
Glish? Glish?
So, what I was actually thinking is that because we have everybody here and because we have a currency which is ultimately fucking useless.
Wow. Tell us how you really feel, John.
Moats are useful if you're playing Exalted.
Truth. Maybe we'll all have a giant gate. But okay.
So,
It's a lot of modes.
the thing is, I do want to give people the chance to use their modes.
Oh shit.
Which means that today is going to be the first official bet.
Ooh.
Ladies and gentlemen, you are going to bet on an event that's going to occur in-game, potentially. These are the rules. You may bet as many motes as you like, up to 1,000, although for those of you who have more than 1,000 motes, I already salute you. One thing that I will say, though, is that the players are encouraged not to alter their play as a result of this bet. And I know that I won't.
Take bribes though.
We do take bribes.
We absolutely
I'm
do.
kidding.
No.
Give me some of them sweet motes.
So, today's bet starts now. Which character is going to suffer the first point of damage this episode? Your choices are None, Sophia, Patches, or Braum.
God, there's a
Nice.
none option.
And you bet by typing !bet, a space, 0, 1, 2, or 3 for your choice, a space, and how many of your motes you're willing to wager.
Guys, I'm
So
down.
exclamation mark bet 0 and then a space.
Kung Fu Venera's bet's 4.
There's no 4.
That's
0,
4
1,
is
2,
the
or
option
And
3.
3
how
of the
many,
stand. I
uh,
get it, Kung Fu. I appreciate.
How many.
It's
mean,
actually all
yeah.
of the above.
Irvine.
I mean, Braum
Country
is
Fenris,
option
that's
3,
the
so
format.
really, the answer is always option 3.
Ah, but I'm technically the third option.
That's true too. All right.
Oh, this is so exciting.
I'm
Yeah.
actually super down.
I can't believe some of you were betting it all on your
If two
first
characters
one.
if two characters get damaged simultaneously, they both win. I
That's
will pay
fair.
out for both.
Damn. How much does the house have?
Now the trick
I'd
is though
rather
that I'm
not say.
only ever going to mention the bet at the beginning of the game because I have to keep the bet open until it occurs, which means that if you come in later, you might be out of luck.
Yeah, might have happened.
Mm-hmm. I shoot patches. What? I shoot patches. Oh my god.
I scratch patches.
Ouch.
I bet Sophia 69.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So does she.
So we've got the bets coming in. We'll let that percolate for a little bit, and in the meantime, I'm going to welcome She Who Knows 10,000 Things and Echoes Through Song. That's Aragorn and Captain Daff, our moderators, sitting in, sitting high, sitting pretty for today's episode.
Freshly percolated mo.
Okay, but now I just want coffee.
Oh, damn it.
You have wine. It's
I know.
like the opposite.
I know.
Just grind up some coffee beans and put it inside. What
Ew.
could possibly go wrong?
Can I get a steaming cup of nope on the side, please?
But I could have an Irish coffee.
No, you could.
Oh, wow.
With wine?
I don't think I've ever heard of anything quite so gross as that.
What?
Just dumping coffee grounds into wine.
Into the wine? Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Coffee mead.
It has to be.
Yes.
It has to be a level of damage, bruised,
There
lethal,
is-
or aggravated.
There is a bruised level of damn. Just, you know.
Braum, stop hitting yourself in the face.
If I do
ow.
this 7 times, you get incapped.
Oh, please. Oh, it hurts.
Oh, now I can't walk.
Whoa.
Depends where. Maybe if you tactically apply them.
Tactically. All right. I like it.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Chewed bean, then brewed coffee. Oof.
Coffee mead. Interesting.
That sounds good, though.
Yeah.
I mean,
All
I'd
right.
be
Well,
tempted to try. Oh,
here's
hi.
the other thing.
Yes.
I'm not even going to tell the players what the betting results were until that came up. I was actually debating just not letting them see what the bet was for at all.
Yeah, but it's
It's fun. I think it's
Yeah.
fun that it's out there.
A product of
Vermont.
This message brought to you by the state of
Vermont.
We also make maple syrup. Please buy ours instead of Canadian.
Yeah.
Oh my
Please.
goodness.
Please, God.
Yeah, there's a bunch of that. I did literally get accused of, like being un-American by bringing Canadian maple syrup down.
I really hope they turned you back at the border, too, and they were like,
Yeah, right.
excuse me, sir, you can't.
Like that woman who tried to cross the border with jam. They almost didn't let her. Then they did because it was Christmas.
Right.
Now that's a Christmas miracle.
because it's a holiday.
But pretty much. It had like a little bow around it and everything. It was so sad.
That is very sad.
It's the
actually.
saddest thing I've ever seen.
Gift for me? Thanks, lady. Oh.
Well,
Oh, boy.
now that we've got the bet out of the way,
Yeah.
I do have a question for you guys.
Did we spend? Did we spend our experience? Did we spend? I did spend.
I
So
did spend.
I.
Experience.
Did everybody spend
We
experience?
spent.
Yes.
So,
Stop
Aragorn,
it.
how are you going to know which one to love?
Whoever bought the most, probably.
That's not, but it doesn't. Aww.
It might have. There may be like a block.
yeah, there might be a timer.
There might be a timer on it.
Yeah,
Give it a-
there's
give it a
often
sec.
a default cooldown.
So what did you buy?
I'll start. I bought a 4th dot in Brawl with a specialty grapple. I felt that was
Braum.
incredibly appropriate.
I bought a 4th dot in Braum.
That's what I heard. 4th dot in Braum. Thought I could
Nice.
really pump it up.
Subterfuge 4, Specialty, lying to self.
2nd dot of enigmas and 6th dot of willpower.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's a lot of experience.
Sick,
Yeah.
man.
I had a lot, and I didn't have an art to get 5th dot in.
You know, there's only one person who has 5 dots in Braum, and that's me. Even Scott doesn't have 5 dots in Braum. That's why he has the amnesia fly on his sheet.
It's true. Oh, yes, the 1-point flaw amnesia that I
Which
remember
ended
that.
up being like so much more than
And a
1
2-point flaw of enemy.
3.
3-point
It's
flaw? of
big.
Right.
It's a lot of enemy, man.
I bought my 1st dot in prop and my 3rd dot of intimidation.
Nice.
She wants to be able to shake her fist at the flower pots and be like, why I oughta...
Yeah.
And they'll perk up, look all pretty.
Yeah.
3-point
That's-
enemy was
That's
himself.
actually pretty fair, Erwin. I had never considered that, but, you know...
It's time to figure out what the hell we did last time.
Excellent.
We have a thing for that.
Do we?
There's an app for that.
It's like a system that we kind of use every week?
It's flaws that disproportionately suck,
Also, you
amnesia,
don't
or
know.
nightmares.
But
Oh
yes,
yeah.
you
You're welcome.
Here's the here's the thing. Here's a very mini RPG clinic for you right now. Anybody who takes nightmares, which is a 1-point flaw in Changeling, is basically screaming to their GM, "I'm a power gamer because I just want that extra 1 dot, and occasionally you're going to make me have a nightmare." And then the GM can say, "Oh, that's great. You have nightmares now." And it goes miserably for you. Don't take that dot. It ain't worth.
Oh,
Now,
see?
John, if one of us had wanted that, would you have told us what you're telling us now? Or would you have just let us
I'd have told you that I
fail?
was going to make your life miserable.
I'd be
Excellent.
like, oh, you're really hurt. You really need to sleep and like regain glamour and willpower.
Too bad you can't.
Nightmares all
fucker.
night.
Basically, if you take the flaw of nightmares, I'm going to wait until you have to buy that flaw off.
That's
I'm just going to
Wow.
make your life hell until that time. Because there are certain flaws. Look, there's even some flaws that remained in the book, which I'm like, nah. So,
I took a
there you go.
Changeling
Yeah, and you get
eyes
+2 difficulty
once.
to everything if you fail
Didn't
your
matter.
willpower roll. Yeah, it's really
Oh,
bad.
crap.
Yikes.
Yeah, it's really
Everything?
bad. Anyway,
Jesus,
so
spaced out Lily.
y'all wanna listen to this
I
shit?
want to get
Yeah.
recapped.
Last time on Changeling. Sister shows Patches the Spark's self-destruct button. Sophia wonders what Eloise's plans might be. Braum sends Zeron and his blades to report to Mac Daddy. The Sparkies rest up as we smash cut to June 1st. They've put word out the Duke is dead. Farla's been unable to recover her scroll from the Grand Best Inn. Mac Attack wants to see Braum and is trying to meet with High King David. Sophia brings Patches into Braum's dream while Kyoko stands guard. After poking through his drawers, they find the echo of a boggin. He brings them to a woman on a rooftop, then tags Braum into his own dream. The woman's been helping Braum recover his fate from those who would act against him. They ask repeatedly what her name is, and she gives them an answer. How long has this woman been poking around inside Braum's head? What does Marnie want with Sophia? And does Lauren's friend just want a quiet word with Braum? Find out on Changeling. Now.
Ooh. Now.
The now just got hot.
Ooh. Welcome back.
I think that this is a true recap because it just full of tiny little sass.
Yeah, I love it. I loved it. And like
Yeah.
wonderful shout outs to Exalt Switch, etc. Right? Like
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm loving it.
But thanks for reminding me about the self-destruct button. I had not written it down. I was like, oh
Completely
yeah,
forgot about that.
I should write that down.
Patches, do the thing. Okay. No, not that thing. Oh my god. Yeah.
It's a
Oh,
good,
shit.
I was wondering, did she tell us her name?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, we did hear it. Yeah, that's what I
100%.
thought.
Starlight
Cool.
Dove.
Yeah. She told you her name and I didn't pull that bullshit of like
She tells you.
she tells you.
Thanks. I know the chat was really pulling for that, so I appreciate you soldiering on. Starlight Dove.
I admit I was never planning on doing that. So when people in the chat were saying that, I was just like, that would have been a nice idea, but not today.
Today, Satan.
Yeah, we're like basically on the cusp of mutiny all the time here on Changeling the streaming, guys.
What do we say to the Maiden of Endings?
Not today.
right? We're all children on Exalt Witch. It's crazy. Years ago. Years.
Yeah.
Actually.
3 years? 2.5, 3 years?
Are we ready to go? Do you have any questions? Has the drink
Hundreds.
counter been set?
Will they drink?
Game title's been changed and all that jazz. We are uppity to date.
Everything's set.
Schmantastic.
Yes.
Very well.
In terms of the recaps, you just got a call from Marnie. I just got a call from
Oh yeah, Marnie's coming over. Thank you for reminding me.
Lauren. Thank you. It's right there, tip of my tongue.
It's okay.
I don't remember when.
Thank
She
you, Aragwen.
won't be because she's not old enough.
Ding dong. Yes, we're.
Remember her name.
You know, my ex-wife. Shoot starts with a K.
Literally K.
After a while, I became gun shy about playing board games because nobody ever wanted to play them. So I didn't ask. And I would sometimes play by myself and sometimes just come up with strategies on my own. And sometimes I would just move the pieces around on the board to see what they felt like, what they looked like, how they would react. And it took me a little while before I'd work up the nerve to play board games again. It took me 40 episodes to work up the nerve to reveal what I've been trying to do with this game. And anybody who tuned into RPG Clinic on Wednesday would know that I had contingency plans in place in case the reaction was untowards. But I did it. It's done. It's happening. And while I will remind people that they do not need to have tuned into Exaltwitch to understand how this is going to interact, that the game will operate independently of such things, it's there. It's there for you. And it's there for you. And I imagine that there may be some things that you don't remember, some hints that might have been dropped that you didn't catch, that I had to keep my mouth shut. But it's there. The adventure never stopped. And a new adventure isn't beginning. The adventure is just there. And it's there for you. But now that you know, how much of that is going to color your play? How much of that is going to seep into your characters? And the fact that I'm asking this question means that I'm planting the thought. Because I don't think that it's such a bad thing if it's something you want. We had one hashtag guest NPC suggestion given to me on Twitter, and it was Summer Blaze.
Summer Blade.
The reality is you've already met her. But we'll be watching.
Betty may not be present, but my rifle is called the Entropic.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Of course they have.
Did you die again? Maybe. Maybe that was K. Maybe Summer Blaze is K.
I think it's Vala.
I think it's your mother. Sorry. I don't know why. Vala's a good girl.
I'm going to assume
Vala's a good girl.
that after the phone calls that you had, that you'll rest because you'll have needed to. So it is, in fact, not Friday, but Saturday, June 2nd.
Excuse me.
Laid out on the bar in the exhaust is a river diorama. Along the bar, there is, on either side, hash browns. And running down a channel in the center are scrambled eggs. And running in that, there's maple syrup just intertwined with parts of it. There's tiny little hot cakes sitting on various parts of the hash browns. There's a bridge made out of bacon, but not like a tiny one. Like, this is a proper suspension bridge, mounted and perfectly constructed with crisp and chewy pieces just along. And there are boats navigating these scrambled waters, boats of sausage.
Did you guys sleep by the balefire?
I think so.
I did too.
But I would not have slept deeply because I don't want you walking in my dreams. So I think Patches would be up pretty early this morning.
Fair enough.
All right, Patches forgoes her point of glamour then.
It's okay. I actually don't need it.
You're like, okay.
And her point of willpower.
Oh,
I'm good.
I will take my point of willpower, though.
Don't seem to have spent any last session.
But the two of you can regain yours.
Is anyone around when I go up to this beautiful diorama of food? Is Claude about?
If you say that you're the first one there, you're the first one there. And
I
no,
meant
no one is
versus them.
I'm coming down. I wouldn't have woken up too late, I don't think, so.
If you wake up before me, when I do wake up, I'm going to go upstairs and get ready before coming down to the exhaust.
Classic.
What? What?
I'm not going to disturb the beautiful display. I'm just going to drink some coffee.
I'm always of two minds about this sort of craftsmanship. It's beautiful, but I don't want to destroy it. What am I supposed to do? Eat a work of art?
In this case, this is a work of art that's meant to be eaten. So by not eating it, you're actually dishonoring the art.
Well, in that case, and I like scoop basically like a cross section, but from the end. So like I take everything, but just like off one end so that the rest is intact. You know what I mean? Just like hash brown, egg, sausage, hash brown, put it on a plate.
Nice. I'm going to put some stuff on my plate too. Grab some coffee, I
I'll pick
guess.
some
No,
hot
I'm going
cakes.
to make a tea. What am I kidding?
Seems like someone is back in form. With the and I like motion to the food, etc.
He's outdone himself this morning.
Assuming it was him.
He must be in a good mood.
Seems like
Good.
a fair assumption.
Who else would have done it, Patches?
Maybe someone else came in. Someone training to be an artisanal display food maker.
I hope we'd know about it.
It's actually secretly poison, dressed up.
How are you feeling, Braum?
Good. It's delicious. What do we make of the strangeness from yesterday? Lady Sophia, Patches. What do we make of it?
I thought that by sleeping on it,
exists.
everything would make more sense. Clearly somebody with a high knowledge of Sovereign is looking out for you, Braum. Or at least they want you to think that they are. Right? That's the only thing that makes sense.
I thought I was done feeling like a pawn in someone else's game.
I'm sorry.
Well,
A lot of people have been intruding into your mind. Including me, Patches.
It's fine. In order to uncover our next steps, sometimes we have to venture into strange landscapes.
It shouldn't be strange for you, though.
A dream is by definition strange.
In a way, I think dreams make sense more than waking life sometimes.
I think the word you mean was weird.
Go back to eating because I have no joke to come back with.
You're gonna be like, go ahead because I have no life.
No, 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 no.
Marnie's coming by today, I think.
Great. Guests.
I think she wants to talk about something, but I have no idea what.
Just out of the blue.
She may have heard wind of creatures that take wind. Fly on the wind.
She already knows about them.
She may have more news.
Oh, okay, gotcha. How's the Duke?
Fine as always.
Could
Unless
you roll
he-
me one die, please?
Died in the night.
Jesus Christ.
That's a one. I rolled a good old one.
That's a 1?
Yeah.
Okay.
Duke is dead. He died in the night.
Dead.
Well, there go our
Holy
plans.
Shit. Oh my god.
I mean, no, that we just told the truth. We just
It's true, right?
preemptively told the truth.
we just have no ace in our pocket.
I mean, it's a good thing that none of you have the bard's tongue as a flaw.
Woof. Yeah, that's the worst. It's good though.
Because my favorite with the bard's tongue is that you don't mention it for forever, and then one day somebody's just like, "Oh yeah," and they make a joke, and they're like, "Oh, what'd you say?" And then they're like, "No, wait, no.
Don't do it.
No, the Duke, however, has he's been really inward focused lately.
Mm-hmm.
Lord McAllister is awaiting my presence in the Kingdom of Apples. I would like to venture forth as soon as possible.
Alone?
No, of course, with anyone who cares to join me. I have a feeling that one way or another we may be able to find an audience with High King David once we have a bit more
Okay.
intelligence.
So remember how you had a little faux pas with McAllister?
It is my eternal shame.
I'm glad
yes.
that he is happy to welcome you back. Just keep that really present in your mind if we're going to go see High King David. Because he probably will do more than give you a rapier wound.
I did make a mistake.
I like you in one piece, bro.
That's very kind. Thank you. I think most people do.
I don't know. Maybe there are two Braums. No.
Holy shit, maybe there are two Braums.
All right, so when do you want to leave?
We want to see what moves are made by the Duchess Eloise in response to the Duke Granville's death.
Precisely. We need to get in touch with Allneck if we can. We need to
Exactly.
see what Marnie wants.
Perhaps an intelligent... Well, no, we shouldn't go there unless we're preparing to sneak around.
And Kaylee and her group
Kaylee might have news.
may have news. I think it would be good to go, but perhaps a few days wait would also be
It's
wise.
a good idea, Patches.
Once we have...
Give me time to request vacation rather than just calling in sick for the umpteenth time.
Coming out of the kitchen is Zister. He's wearing an apron, and the apron just it has there, and you know how some aprons have like Kiss the Chef? It has Kiss the Chef, except that somebody has put like this big black Sharpie and just crossed off Kiss and also crossed off Chef. And then there's the, and that's it.
Okay.
Morning.
Good morning, sister.
Nice display.
Did you do this?
Every once in a while, I let certain people take a day off.
That's very kind of you. And it was delicious. We appreciate it. Thank you.
You must have had to push quite hard for him to take a day off.
Off a cliff.
So, I have something for you. Something to express my gratitude for you. And he looks around, and then
I'm
he
gonna
just
touch his forehead.
Yeah.
and he just looks up at the hand, and then looks back at you. It's down in the workshop when you're ready. And he heads off towards the elevator.
Not that the kindness is unappreciated, but this does seem particular.
It is.
Cook. Yeah. Have something as gratitude.
And the doors close.
Oh.
Not to look a gift horse in the mouth.
But what is he up to?
Perhaps he's been
Maybe-
working on something for the past few weeks.
He met someone new.
That would be wonderful.
It would be, which
Yeah.
means it's probably not.
Oh,
But maybe.
we should ask him. Oh, he
You
would.
do the asking. Top off my coffee.
Mhm.
G to G.
Is there anything else we need to discuss before going downstairs?
Nope.
Nope.
Let's
Oh,
do.
did I mention? Yeah.
I don't know,
mention
did you?
Lauren and nope. We have another guest, of course, before before departing. Lauren, from the site of the East, will be coming to town.
Lauren.
Yes.
Nice.
She.
And we certainly
met-
should be here when she arrives.
Oh, absolutely. Yes, of course. I wouldn't want to miss her. She said she had a guest, someone who was excited to meet us. Quiet. Her name was Quiet, or his name. I'm not sure. Have anyone heard of
Quiet.
Profane by that name from
I
that
mean,
part of the world?
Kaylee is quiet on the hunt. Perhaps this is another guru?
It would be quite the irony, but I'm not sure.
It's not ringing any bells. We'll have to see who it is.
All right.
Probably an issue. Not an issue. Suoth. There we go. That's the word.
Aptly named. I suppose we'll find out. I just didn't want any more surprises between us. As much as possible.
Shall we?
Yeah. Workshop? Workshop.
When you head down into the workshop, first the elevator squeaks out its own rendition of Take On Me by
Oh.
Aha.
Yes.
I actually might have been right.
Squeak, squeak, squeak.
What?
The elevator hasn't been playing music since
Squeak, squeak.
Talus turned.
Hasn't been playing music. What?
You don't hear the squeaks in the elevator.
Oh, sorry. So it's not playing. It's squeaking.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sorry. I completely missed that part. Oh, if he did something to this place.
Was that Britney Spears? What is that? I don't.
This is more your era than ours.
What
Right,
era
well,
is my era?
How would we find out?
We'll see what he has for us in the workshop. Maybe he has a robot boyfriend.
There's no way to do a roll, hey, to
What?
see if there's some kind of if the elevator is
What?
like under the influence of a cantrip
Like
or
alcohol?
Yeah.
Like,
Wow.
oh boy.
Yeah.
I go up and down and up and down and down the hatch and up it comes.
Yes.
You can actually roll kenning.
Cool. I will.
Perception kenning.
May I roll that as well?
Okay, so here, just before you do that,
Yeah.
we're going to shift this a little bit. I've been noticing that it's a little difficult to get anything past you if all three of you always get to roll.
True.
Who has the highest perception kenning roll?
6.
Looks like 3 over here.
Yeah.
3?
Yeah.
Okay. All of you can roll. Your successes are going to turn into dice for her.
Whoa! That's so badass.
Okay.
I don't know if you want to make a habit of that.
But instead of her having 5 successes, it's 5 dice.
5
so
extra. I
it's-
mean,
yeah.
that's-
Oh my god, that's really funny. That's 1 success.
See?
Okay, my bad.
Yeah.
To
Yeah.
your knowledge.
Rolled 3 ones.
To your knowledge.
Filthy.
You don't know.
Wow.
All right.
Okay.
yeah.
When you get down into the workshop itself, though, Zister's waiting for you, and he has 3 boxes that are about the size of my fist. They're made of mahogany, but they're inlaid with very thin wire. And they have a hinge on the back, so clearly they're meant to be opened. Sort of like a big, big ring box.
Mm-hmm.
What's the occasion?
Open the damn box.
You don't have to tell me twice.
When you open it, inside each one, you notice that there is there's 2 little kind of round, flat bits and a wire that stretches between them. The wire itself is about, I guess, maybe 6 centimeters long.
What do the round bits seem to be made out of?
They're a little bit sticky. Not in an unpleasant way, but just like a little tacky. And the whole thing seems to be made out of like very kind of, the 2 pads look like they're made of carbon fiber, although there's something else in there, and the wire is reinforced and braided.
Is it pretty?
There's a definite elegance to this. This was clearly made by a craftsman,
Okay.
but it doesn't look like it's designed to be jewelry.
Oh, this is very impressive. What is it?
Those liege. Attach them to either side of your heart.
What
Monitoring system?
No. I wouldn't watch you if you didn't want to be watched.
What will it do?
Yeah, I'm sticking it on under my shirt too.
I need to know what it does.
Classic.
You're aware of the type of technology that I've been researching, the type of technology that I've been avoiding for a very long time. You've convinced him to pick it back up again, and I've modified an original design just for the 3 of you. These are unique. No one else has access to them. No one else knows it exists. Not even the Grand Bestin. It's just for you. Because you're the only 3 I trust with it at the moment. These things have infinite range, and they're designed to help you when you can't help yourself. You can rely on your friends.
But once again, I have to ask, what does it do?
You can share your strengths between the three of you. Your strength of mind and your strength of connection to the dreaming. There's always going to be some that's lost in the process. So this isn't to be used except in an emergency.
Glamour transfer device.
Let's find out.
In game terms, you now, if you are wearing this device, can spend each other's glamour and willpower. However, it costs 2 points for every one that you want to use. There may or may not be other effects of this.
Haha, okay.
I should point out that this isn't a transfer. You can't take somebody's willpower and put it into your own pool. You can spend.
So it's like
Immediate use.
dross
From other people.
almost.
Yeah.
But
in a
at a
way.
higher exchange rate.
That's right. But from each other.
I guess this makes us a team.
I guess so.
We've been a team for some time. Oh, I see. I see. Sister, when you say you modified an original design, are you referring to the
This
rock-
is based on the technology
Right.
found in the original design of the rocket. That's why I've kept it secret,
How can you be sure that it was kept secret?
because I designed it about 2 months ago. I just didn't have the courage to build it until Beltane.
Sister, we have to be sure that this design wasn't tampered with. Because you saw what the rocket was turned into.
Cool.
I'm sorry, but I need
Then take it off.
to be firm about this.
Braum, you want to try to use my resources? I'll be the guinea pig.
She's got a point.
Yep.
I'm just saying we need to be sure.
Yeah. So let's test it.
The rocket itself, as a device, was modified, not the original design.
Talus messed with the rocket and made it what it was.
Yes, exactly. He's been able to get back in here pretty easily.
Take yours off.
Sophia, do you want me to live the rest of my days here, cloaked in the fear that someone will misuse what I can create? Because that's the choice I've had to make. Because otherwise, I should leave now and not come back. If I'm that dangerous, then I'm the problem.
Sister, your gifts should be shared with the world. You are incredibly talented, and so is Patches. When the two of you work together, you create amazing things. If you both trust this, then I trust you.
Patches and Sister, if we were to be, let's say, worst case scenario, if we were captured, how easily could this be destroyed to prevent it from falling into enemy hands?
Pull the wire.
Will it self-destruct?
The instant that the wires pulled out of one of the leads, the connection is severed and the feedback loop will just destroy whatever else is inside.
What about someone reverse engineering it?
Like I said, destroyed. It's pretty hard to reverse engineer ash.
Lady Sophia, it's not a perfect solution, but it can be destroyed if you fear that it will be used against you.
No. No, I understand.
No, not destroyed. But we can lock it away.
She needs to make the decision herself. Pull the wire and it's gone. Say the word. So am I.
I've made it. Okay?
I don't want to twist your arm into wearing a device that you're not comfortable
You're
with.
not, Patches. I made my decision. I'm wearing it. I hesitated. I asked a question. It's all right. Thank you, sister. Truly.
Can I roll on Sophia? I don't know how effective this is going to be, to see if she's like,
Can I roll up on Sophia?
hey, lady, machine. It's
Oh
not
my
good. All right, I'll
God.
stop.
Machine.
I would like to try to determine whether she's being sincere about her, like, everything's okay attitude.
Yeah, sure. You're allowed to roll that.
Perception? Empathy?
Yep.
I
And
imagine.
I will ask you to roll me your
Liam,
manipulation
Ugh.
subterfuge, please.
Eyes. No, wait. Just 6?
Yep.
I got 3 successes.
3.
No idea. All right. I give her one of these.
Because she's you asked specifically about her emotional state, not if she was lying.
For sure.
Lying, you can check for other things. Liam. McNigget.
Well, I have to get ready because Marnie will be here at some point
Great.
today. And we should make sure that everything looks its best for Lauren's arrival as well.
She may be a few days. I'm not sure how she's traveling here.
Is she staying with us?
I can only assume coming from so far. She didn't sound like she was passing through.
we'll make sure she has guest accommodations.
Your social engagements don't have to take place in here.
Nope.
I don't think they were going to.
Planning them either.
Oh, I see. All right. Well,
Right. Goodbye, sister.
I'm going to take the box for mine as well.
Ooh.
thank you.
Okay, so Sophia leaves.
Yep.
Take my box. I guess I'm going to leave.
Yeah, you're going. I just wanted to, like, as they're going, I guess, I'm just thanking Zister again. Thank you. This is very ingenious, and I'm not sure. Not quite sure what to think.
I do. Sophia's the sort of person who tries to see the beauty in everyone. Except me.
I don't think that's true.
No, I scare her. And I think it's fair. But I do know one thing about the she. Perfection isn't always perfect. get out of here.
All right, Zister Flex, workshop holder of the spark. And give him like a bow. I'm gone. I'm gonna prep a room for Lauren and Quiet? Question mark?
No, it's not really like it's almost looks like a throat mic, but it's not designed to go here.
Nice.
It's designed to go here.
Yeah.
I should point out that, like, for instance, with what the three of you are wearing, two of you, it would be invisible under your clothes. The
Yeah.
wire's not that thick.
Yeah.
If you were wearing what you were wearing, it would be obvious that you were wearing something here.
Nice boob brooch.
Yeah.
Thanks, I made it myself.
Piercing. It's a piercing.
Yeah.
Awesome. Ouch. Whoa. Be a scary piercing.
Do
Yeah.
you prepare? Is it the same room for Lauren and Quiet?
I
that
was
you
actually,
prepare,
I
or
was just
do you
thinking
give
about
them
that.
separate accommodation?
I'm going up and I'm preparing a guest room, and I start preparing one room with 2 beds, and I'm like, I put the single beds together, and then I'm like, no, that doesn't make sense either. And then I like redo them, and I 2 single beds, same room. That's what I'm preparing.
But I like to imagine you like stared
Oh, for
like
sure.
this for an hour.
And I pick up one of the beds and I make it a bunk bed. I'm like, that's kind of this, and then I put it back.
There's a quaint little coffee shop that is run by a badger Pooka
Oh shit.
that's located on Green Avenue. It's called The Burrow. And while it serves mostly coffees, it also serves very, very tiny quiches. There's no explanation as to why a badger would serve quiches, but it's there. And there only ever seems to be just him working there. His name is Sven. And he's got a white streak in his hair and a snuffly nose. And he knows that even though it's really ostentatious, when he serves somebody coffee, he measures the amount of whatever he's putting into it on a tiny little, very old-fashioned balance. So he has his little gram that he puts down, and then he's like, okay, 1 gram of sugar, 2 grams of sugar, and then he'll sometimes take a little bit out and make sure that it's very even, which means that it takes him a very long time to serve his coffee, which means that it's not always all that packed because there's a lineup.
Right.
But it is excellent coffee.
So I guess I'm meeting Marnie there.
Oh no, I was just telling you a story.
Oh, that's nice.
It's a
Oh,
beautiful
cool. Okay.
setting there, John. Yeah.
I blow it up. Let's go. Here we go.
Great.
You just destroyed something beautifully crafted.
No.
Banality trigger.
Banality. Here we go.
I'd like to go and wait in line for my coffee and quiche.
There's no lineup.
Excellent.
This
Oh.
is the kind of place that also it's
then
like
your heart
one
also
door
blows up.
between like another door and another door. So it's a very
die, we all.
like narrow place. It's basically the perfect place to meet up if you are like one of the 2 groups that happen to be there because there's 2 tables.
And one of them's free.
Both of them are free.
Great.
It's unclear how he makes enough money to keep this place open, but it's cozy.
Well, I'm gonna get a coffee, and I'm going to get a quiche.
I have rhubarb quiches today.
Rhubarb quiche. I couldn't say no to that.
I didn't think you could, which is why the price on them is unfortunately $7,322.
Oh dear. Do you take debit?
I'll put it on your tab.
Thank you.
And he places 2 on a plate and then starts brewing a second cup.
Starts brewing a second cup. for.
I'm going to assume that someone else is coming.
You assumed correctly. I'll just be sitting over there. Thank you, Sven. As soon as I sit down, I just want to like kind of turn towards the wall, take off the glamour device, and put it in my purse.
We're watching and we're not happy. Fuck, damn it.
Incidentally,
How
you don't know.
unsanitary.
Right.
She didn't even take the
I should
box.
also point out that as long as you're wearing the device, you don't need permission.
Oh,
You
boy.
can just use it.
Oh boy. Excuse me. Don't waggle your eyebrows at me. This is my pool. It's mine. It's a lot of
Sven's got a little tweed jacket, which he wears hot or not.
Do you have little elbow patches?
Tiny little elbow patches.
work. What a sweetheart.
And then, after about 5 minutes, Marnie breezes in, her sundress just flapping in the gusts that are being formed over the fact that there's just the one door, and she comes in and just swoops down and sits in the chair.
Marnie.
I love this place already.
It's one of my favorite little spots. Here, this is for you.
Oh, thank you.
I don't normally drink coffee, but I drink this coffee.
I wanted to know if there was any news about how our mutual friend was doing.
Which mutual friend would she be talking about?
The small one.
Little one.
Oh, gotcha. Thank you. I was like, I know a lot of friends shorter than me. Gotcha. I understand. Doing well to the best of my knowledge.
Pour a second cup of coffee.
I'm gonna need this.
I found a sanctuary.
Did you? Where?
It's down in Pacifica. It's a place where dragons who don't feel safe can go. Now, I don't know whether that's necessary or not. But it's very hush-hush.
I'm surprised I've never heard of it before.
That's because nobody wants to be known.
How did you find out about it?
It's a tight-knit community of those who try to keep Chimera healthy and hale.
How are they taken care of?
They aren't so much taking care of them as they're just making sure that they have a place to be.
Right.
Somewhere away from prying eyes and opportunistic knockers.
Oh. I'd love to know more about it. Is there some way I could speak to someone who works there?
I can try to put you in touch.
I would appreciate it.
He's a little bit secretive, but I'll see what I can do.
Thank you.
Now, tell me everything about you.
Well, we had a little bit of excitement at the Spark. I'm not sure if you heard.
Fucking understatement of this. Sorry.
Busted.
You did. You know all about it.
That's why I came down.
You wanted to see how we were.
I wanted to see how you were.
Fine. Things are mostly back to normal.
That's good. That's really good. I'm happy for you.
Thank you. It was so interesting. I've been quite separate from the political realm ever since Chrysalis. But I've really been thrown into it over the past year, and I don't hate it. I suppose being she, we have a bit of an affinity for it, but I was surprised. I really thought that it wasn't the way to solve things.
You have power and privilege. There's no need to not use them.
I never thought I had the right. Before I was given my title, I was a she. It was without a title. That was strange. I was an oddity. And then I received one, and then people questioned how I received it, and so I was an oddity then. I never felt like I deserved what I had. And so I kept myself from courts, and I kept myself from speaking to dukes and duchesses and kings. I don't think I want to do that anymore.
What do you want to do?
I want to see how high I can climb. Just from doing what I'm good at.
If you've got your eyes on the throne, there's already a few.
I don't.
Okay. Well, good luck.
Thank you, Marnie. And you're doing well?
Always. Patches, Braum,
Yo.
what are you up to?
Beyond welcoming our guests and following Braum to the Kingdom of Apples, trying to figure out my priorities. Trying to figure out what we all need to do next and what I want to do next. So I'm probably out in the garden chain smoking.
Perhaps I'll go out and join you and not have a cigarette. I hope that's all right.
That's all right.
But I'll, prop my elbows up on the edge and look out. I'm trying to be cool. It's probably not working. What are you thinking about out here, all by your lonesome?
All the loose threads that we haven't tugged on, all the seams that are unraveling that we need to either stitch back up or singe the ends of. The big one is Talus, always Talus. Abford as well. Though I suppose you weren't actually at Abford, they just simulated that.
Exactly. We haven't heard from them for some time.
Which hopefully is a good thing.
Well, I imagine we set them back quite a ways. You had mentioned when we were going there as a reconnaissance mission that was only the first step. You wanted to make sure it was destroyed.
Yeah.
What about those mortals that work there?
I just want to make sure they can't keep hunting our kind. Or any other, Garu. I mean, I'm not super fond of vampires thus far, but doesn't mean they deserve to be hunted down. Maybe they aren't all bad? If Talus was the first changeling someone else had met.
It's a good point. Perhaps the Lady Kyoko or we could try to figure out how easily we could set back Abford Pharmacy's technology. If we were to destroy all of their prototypes, would they have the ability to make more?
Probably.
I imagine so too.
I assume they have backups. It's I don't know. We nuke the place and all of their other resources and mind wipe all the people that know the passwords to their cloud storage.
I'll get looking for a nuclear device.
not it's not an easy ask, but they, at least as of late, aren't as pressing of a matter.
Does Lady Sophia not have the name of the head of Abford Pharma? The awakened one?
Yeah,
Perhaps we need only cut the head off the viper, so
Maybe.
to speak.
but there are others. There are other more pressing matters. I mean, at some point, the political situation here and abroad is going to completely go into chaos.
It is.
So I think your visit to High King David is of importance.
Oh.
I think if we are worried about the well-being of Cathane, you've got to pay attention to what's happening at the top.
Patches, how do you feel about the current state of affairs?
I'm glad that I have people that actually understand the political maneuverings.
I meant more, well, yes, if you could have your druthers, would there be one king of Concordia? One queen?
I mean, it hasn't been awful. I think it depends on who the king or queen is. If it's someone that decides that only noble Sealies are allowed to have freedom and a commoner and Sealy have to just work and be servants, then I'd be less happy with it.
I agree. There's been some movement in that regard. The Parliament of Dreams? Quick question, thank you. The Parliament of Dreams has representation across all kith. Nothing's perfect.
In any system of government, there has to be a leader. I mean, whether even communism, which is supposed to be of the people, always ends up with the dictator somehow in practice, right? I think that having a king is fine. It just depends who the king is, and we seem to have the power to influence that, which is pretty special. So let's use it for good.
I agree. Well, that's the hope, anyway. I've found a number of times now over the past year, futzing around tends to make things worse. Or has, anyway. Well, there's someone on the balcony here.
No, they're knocking
No,
on the
yeah.
on the door towards the garden.
We both, turn around.
Who is it?
Yeah, can we see them
Yeah.
through the translucent...
It's translucent, not transparent.
Well, I'll go to the door then.
I assumed it was transparent.
Are we expecting
Okay.
someone so soon?
I don't know.
Yes, hello, this is Braum.
Yes, hello. This is a troll.
I'm trolling you.
Hey. Yeah, I'll open up. Who dat?
Just outside the door, like just inside the freehold, waiting to come out, you see a teenaged girl with that kind of... You haven't seen her before.
Nope. But
a-
seeing a teenage girl.
Her hair smells like ocean air.
Mm.
And she's wearing that kind of very laid back surfer. There's, leather kind of like bracelets that are wrapped really tightly, and she's wearing sandals. And next to her, older. She looks like she's around 25, and just this mat of red hair, flanked on either side by two very pointed ears, and she's dressed in a kind of a sarong, and poking out from underneath the very bottom of the sarong, which is stretched all the way down towards her ankles, is a tiny tuft of white hair at the tip of a tail, which is just sort of twitching around left and right.
I quickly put out my cigarette.
Lauren, you made it.
Oh no!
Oh God! Just throw it off the edge.
I was like, either pitch it into the pond or into a bucket that I have somewhere.
Pond. People drink from there when they want to heal and go skinny dipping in it.
That was
Wait.
one
What's wrong with a little bit
time
of buzz?
each. One time each that we know of. Lauren, you made it.
Hey,
Go in for a big hug? I don't know. Is she receptive? I don't know, man.
Oh, buddy.
What?
roll me your
Yeah, I guess that's a little much.
Dad.
appearance empathy.
I want to spend some of Patch's willpower on that.
You do so when I just light another cigarette and start chain smoking
Oh,
again because
shit.
I'm out of willpower.
I'll take 3
I'm not, but-
successes.
She rushes forward and she wraps you into like as strong a hug as she can possibly give somebody. Although there is a little, she does kind of grunt and laugh a little bit as when she manages to reach in and get to that hug, she kind of crunches up against your skin. So it's sort of like a not like that. Oh, nice, pleasant. Like, oh, you're soft. Like it's more of like a.
Ow! Yeah.
Going from hugging, someone with some meat on their bones to someone who's very, very thin.
Yep, no, it's very
you're
true.
hugging the rib cage, but in this case, it's your rocky
It's
skin.
like actually my
Yeah.
skin. I'm so glad you were able to make it, and so quickly.
We drove all night.
You guys must be tired.
I slept.
Ah,
Honestly, we've been going back and forth.
well managed.
Lauren, this is Patches,
Hi.
a friend of mine.
Hi. Cheers.
Steward of the Spark.
I got to shake the hand of her friend.
Hi. Sorry, I realize that I'm intruding.
No, we're just.
All are welcome here. As long
My
as you don't
name's-
make yourself unwelcome.
My name's Ramzia.
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 It's a beautiful name.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I picked it myself.
Did you?
He's a Pooka.
Yeah, I know. I'm just like. Hmm?
Maybe. Maybe not.
Well, welcome to the Spark.
I have to admit, I'm a little excited.
I suppose. Well, for many, this is a place of great power, great opportunity.
I'm not talking about power. I'm talking about people.
You're from the East Coast. There are cities, but they aren't quite as large as Montreal, huh?
The sight of these struck me as a small freehold. Perhaps.
I wouldn't call this small.
No,
We've
exactly.
got a whole rooftop garden.
I just thought that it would be wise for me to stop in and make sure that Lauren was going to be okay here.
Of course. How did you two meet?
I travel a lot, and when I made my way down towards, the east, I realized that there might be something there, something that I could help her out with.
Well, all right.
Been training her a little bit.
Training.
Yes. Cantrips here and there.
Oh, of course.
Very kind of you.
It is. I not everyone had such a safe chrysalis as Lauren did. At least as far as I know, Lauren.
I wouldn't have changed mine for anything. Hey, I sort of feel like I never really thanked you properly.
It was something that I was meant to do.
Where's Kyoko?
The Lady Kyoko is here.
She's. Oh, I didn't remember. I'm sorry. The Lady Kyoko.
I think you'll find that she is the least stuck on rules.
Is that the sort of thing that happens around here? There are people being stuck on rules?
I wouldn't say this is a rather liberal freehold, I would say.
And Ramsia just flashes like a brilliantly wide smile.
Uh-huh. I bet she does.
It's not about rules. It's more about a feeling, right? I imagine that everybody here wants to think the best of everyone.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, how do you think the best of me? What can I do?
Come into the exhaust, have a seat, have a cup of tea, and tell us more about where you're from.
Be our guest.
I'm afraid
Oh.
tea. I don't have any.
Well, we have some. And we also have coffee and a whole array of other things. I know that Claude,
That's-
who often tends bar here, apparently took the day off or was given the day off, but I'm sure we can shake something up for you.
Oh, I'm pretty sure I know how to boil water.
If he's around, he prefers
Yes.
the kitchen be left to his control.
He's very particular about the kitchen.
You can return at any point.
Thank you. I'd like to return.
Oh, hello. Well, let's.
I
move
guess, yeah,
inside
we'll
and-
go inside.
So when you
Rather than
open
talking
the
through the
door, you
doorway.
see that there's two women standing on the outside of the garden. One of them is a Selkie, and the other one, judging by the ears and the small pokey tail, is probably a Pooka.
What are their appearances, please, John?
Lauren's appearance, I think, is 2,
Okay.
and Ramsey's appearance is 5.
Nice.
Quick question:
Mm-hmm.
Is there like a mechanical, I don't know, disadvantage, in terms of appearance disparities?
Yeah.
There's like, is there like? Maybe I'll say this for break as well, but is there like a mechanical disadvantage to trying to, I don't know, intimidate her or persuade her or seduce her or something? Not that I'm
Glad
planning on
you
doing any of
asked.
those things.
There actually is
Yeah.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay, I would have to.
in certain instances.
Yeah, first impressions especially, but also it's there are things that can
Okay.
there are ways that it can make a difference, especially if you're trying to make any sort of balance in terms of areas where appearance would matter, specifically in like either romance, dating, entertainment, right?
Okay.
It matters a lot less if you just hang out with a person all the time.
Right. Sure.
But it also matters more if you're trying to shift the nature of a relationship.
That makes sense. Okay. Well, we're kind of like moving into the room as you come in as well.
Oh, I see our guests have arrived.
Lady Sophia, yes, this is Lauren, and
So
guest,
Lauren turns around and she just
Ramsia?
gets a big smile and she walks forward and she like goes in for a
coming
hug.
in for the hug. Oh.
That just like zero kind of like, now you put your hand out, so she responded to that, but she's just like, hooray. And Ramsey turns around and she just tilts her head and gives just a tiny little smile.
Well, it's lovely to meet you, Lauren. And
Ramsia,
Ramsia, beautiful name.
thank you. I chose it myself.
You chose very well. I'm Sophia. Lady Sophia, but please, Sophia. is fine.
Your reputation precedes you, Lady Sophia. I'm afraid I know who you are.
Oh. I hope it's been good speak.
Absolutely. We'll talk later.
I look forward to it. I hope that they have offered you some tea, some refreshments.
I've been directed to drink some tea and tell my story.
I don't think I said it quite like that.
I
but-
would love to hear your story.
Oh,
if
I'm
that's
sorry. I
all
didn't
right.
mean to misquote you. You were meaning...
No, that was the sense of it. I didn't want the Lady Sophia to think that I had been rude to our new guests.
You'll have to pardon me. I don't always speak in absolutes.
I hope that he gave you a choice of tea. Because we have some down here, but I have my own stash of tea upstairs, and I would be happy to go and get it for you.
Lady Sophia, if your first memory of me is forcing you to put yourself out for me, I'd be deeply distressed.
Damn.
Did I do that? Did I blow out the sound? Jeez. Sorry, Kung Fu. All right then, if you're all right with what we have here. I'd like to go and get, oh, it's Scott. My cable sidearm, it gets crunchy.
So, Scott, mute yourself, please. Cool.
So it's apparently here that the crunching
I'd like
is
to go
happening?
and get the little box of tea that I keep
Maybe.
at the bar
Hopefully.
and bring it over.
Very nice. Love you.
A friend of mine actually decided to ask me to check up on Lauren and then to check up on you.
A friend of yours?
Which friend?
Oh, she's not terribly important. She likes wearing masks a lot. She doesn't wear red nearly as well as I do. And honestly, the last time I saw her, I don't think she could even see the disappointment on my face.
When who was that?
I met a woman by the name of Baya of that description.
Yeah, Baya.
Oh, does she wear masks?
She was wearing a...
Oh,
Blindfold,
yeah.
I guess, or-
Blindfold. I guess it
It's
counts.
Queen Mel.
It's Queen Mel.
Oh, shit!
Does your friend have a name?
I think he got the gist of it.
Baya from...
Oh. Checking up on us again so soon. She must have some...
I think it's more that you lead very interesting lives.
Things happen to us. We don't go out looking for trouble, but trouble finds us more often than not.
That's not always true.
It's mostly true, Braum.
I'll be very honest with you, Lady Sophia. She suggested that I find my way into your bed. And then she starts boiling water nonchalantly. Lauren sits down next to Braum. As I understand it, you're looking for someone.
Well, yesterday we took a trip into Braum's dream. And we were given to understand that there's somebody who has been looking out for him. And possibly exerting some sort of influence over Ban? Is that what it's called? Ban?
Dawn.
Dawn.
Dawn, thank you.
Dawn is the changeling's
Fate.
fate.
So we're trying to find out who that could be.
If only Baya knew a master Oneiromancer.
Ramsia, are you a master Oneiromancer?
You don't think that I was inviting myself into your bed for other reasons, do you?
Well, I do flatter myself that there might be some other reasons.
I think that if anybody was allowed to flatter themselves, it might be you.
I don't think I've ever seen a conversation go like this quite so quickly. Patches.
gonna pour
Patches,
myself
can I
a
get you
drink.
new tea? Yeah. Oh,
No.
oh, all right.
Like, straight gin.
Lauren, tea or
Hot chocolate?
Anything that you're drinking, Braum.
right.
Oh, no.
2 glasses of
Braum.
water. Let's do it.
The drier, the better.
vermouth and water. Ugh. Oh wait, no vermouth.
So, dreams. You've already mastered some of it, haven't you? You've already managed to walk inside this gentleman's head.
I can craft in his head too.
Privileged. Do you know what the difference is between walking in a mortal's dream and walking in one of us?
I've only walked in one mortal's dream, but that was to create a nightmare, and I'm not proud of it.
When you walk inside a mortal's dream, you are essentially in a laboratory. When you walk in one of our dreams, it's a museum or a library.
The possibilities.
One of our curses is that our dreams aren't as effective for ourselves. We can't subsist alone that easily, and in fact, those of us who try usually find more satisfaction in the attempt than in the reality. But immortal, now there's where dreams really matter. That's where they pop. And whether you're tearing them away...
The stream cut out. Somehow. Oh, wait. Captain Duff saying okay now. Hello?
Spinning?
What the hell?
Audio and video frozen.
Do you see anything in your OBS?
We had about a 2-second hiccup. Yeah, I'm seeing that we had enough dropped frames. to
Okay,
account
spaced
for
out
the-
Lily refreshed. It's back for Kaiser Omnic.
Yeah.
All right, what's the last
Some
thing you
odd
guys heard?
internet traffic. It's We're not dropping any more frames now. It's
Okay.
just a
Two women
brief
just
moment.
walked in, I think.
Oh no.
God damn it.
What's the last
The
thing you
badger
remember,
Pooka.
dudes?
Whether we're tearing their dreams away from them or nurturing them and bringing them up, it's mortals who sustain us. But when we deal with our own dreams, it gets more interesting than that. The answers to so many questions lie there. From the years upon lives upon generations buried within us.
I completely agree. It's why we've traveled through Braum's dreams so many times. There was a period of his life where that he couldn't remember at all, and
Lady
we were able
Sophia.
to unlock that within his dreams. What?
I do
You
have
are
to tell
talking
you
about
that
Braum's private
Sorry,
matters.
sorry.
I do have to tell you that I have one restriction that I must inform you of. I
course.
cannot walk into someone's dreams unless they have given me permission. It was the price that I paid. I was willing to pay it. There have been times that I've regretted this. But just so you know, unless I have somebody's verbal agreement, the barriers go up.
That's an honorable way to proceed.
I'm not a terribly honorable person. I'm just an honorable fox. Foxes aren't people, I'm afraid.
Well,
Certainly
anything
not.
that you are able to teach me, I welcome it, and I am so happy to finally have met a master Oneiromancer.
Lauren is looking at Braum while he's drinking, and she's matching him. Like when he takes a sip,
Yeah.
she takes a sip. If he's gulping it, she's gulping it. Patches.
Yes.
Lauren's like, shut up. Like she's just watching.
Yeah.
Patches, Baya told me a few things that I should ask you.
Which were?
The first is whether or not you enjoyed Beltane.
Not an easy answer. But ultimately, it was a successful party, despite a small little bump in the road that our friend took care of.
Very small.
Flashback to Braum almost getting his head ripped off.
And the second was to ask you about your abilities with a weapon.
Define weapon. I'm not very handy with a sword, but give me a firearm and I will get the job done.
Baya told me that you were a great warrior.
That conjures up images of chainmail and broadswords and grand battles.
Now, have you ever watched The Matrix? It's an old movie back in
I've watched the first one.
1999. Well, the Oracle specifically had mentioned if she
a
hadn't
spoon and
mentioned
fucking bend
a
it.
vase, would Neo have broken it? Well, Baya told me that you were a warrior. Don is capricious. You have to understand that we actually affect Don more than Don affects us. We're the masters of our own fate, except when we're not. So much of it comes from your own thoughts. But your thoughts aren't your own. Your dreams. Control your thoughts while you're asleep.
All right, so we are not puppets to some creatures that live elsewhere.
It means that if someone were to try to affect your Don, they could do so by trying to influence your dreams.
I see.
Maybe that explains what we encountered in your dreams then.
Well, by infiltrating his dreams and making him think that he was a terrible person who killed his wife, yeah, that would probably change his dawn.
Lauren pulls back. Have you been having bad dreams?
Maybe not.
It's a bit of a long story.
But you seem so different than when I last saw you.
Things change.
My bad.
It's all right, Patches.
It looks good on you.
It's just, that's where Dawn came
Thank you, Lauren. I do feel like a new man, certainly.
I can see that.
It's well, I'll tell you the story sometime. I'm not much of a tale weaver, but
Can we go downtown?
of course.
I'd
on the
love to
edges
see
of
the
it.
old port.
Have you never seen the city of Cross's Shadow before?
I haven't been here before, no.
Well, all right
But
then.
I've seen it in videos and CBC. I want to see the cobblestones, and I want to see the old clock tower, and I want to see. I just want to. Can we go?
Of course. Lady Sophia, Patches, is this all right?
Absolutely. Maybe we could all go.
If you'd like our company.
Lauren?
I'd love to show you where I perform in the old port.
Oh,
And there's a
wow.
wonderful artist circle that meets there.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I've heard that there's so many
My hangouts aren't
so
quite
many old
appropriate
buildings
for
there.
teenagers.
It's truly one of the most beautiful places in Montreal.
Patches.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think you might be able to tell me about some of the buildings that are down there?
Yes. I can also tell you all about the docks and how they work. If you get bored, just tell me.
Thank you.
Ramsey, are you interested in the tour?
I think I'm here at your disposal, to be honest.
Well, we don't want to keep you from anything else that you need to be doing. How long are you able to stay?
I'm afraid that I only have about 30 seconds. And then I'll have to use the powder room.
Of course.
And she stands up and just smooths her dress out and then just looks a little bit. I'll be right back. And then stops and looks at Patches again for a second. Let me see those hands.
Gonna tell my fortune?
She steps forward and she takes the hands.
My lifeline's all busted on this hand because I burnt it real bad. I was doing this chemistry experiment. Blah, 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 blah.
And then she runs her thumb over your right index finger. See there? Right here?
Mm-hmm.
This is where you end other people's lifelines.
You've heard a lot from Baya, haven't you?
You're solid.
Not as solid as him.
It's all relative, I guess.
The three of you aren't a motley, are you?
Unofficially.
Yes.
Unofficially.
Unofficially.
We work together.
We're not very
Yeah.
official around
We
here.
kind of got thrown together, and
We trust each
Yeah.
other. We help each other.
never thought about officially declaring ourselves. Haven't had the time.
Didn't realize this bothered you so much, Aaron.
Ooh, club jackets, though. I'm down.
But
Motley Crew. Oh,
yeah,
we're just roadies.
yeah.
I'm afraid my 30 seconds are up. And she
Oh.
turns around and she leaves, and her tail just keeps flicking, just almost like a clock back and forth as she makes her way out.
Lauren, does she remind you at all of Lady Kyoko?
Oh no. Lady Kyoko's so serious.
I should go
Yes.
see if she. I'm gonna go down the hall towards Kyoko's office and knock and let her know that Lauren is here.
All right. So you're going to there.
Oh.
Okay. When you arrive, at her office, you see that she is just like intent on a screen that has it's like 256 by 256 pixels almost. More like 512 by 512. And on it you see a picture of Queen Elizabeth, and underneath it there's text, and it says, "This means war," and war is in all caps and exclamation mark.
Board games, huh?
Oh. No, this isn't a war game at all.
Okay, well, you can declare war or not, but Lauren is here, the girl that you and Braum met out in the East Coast a few months ago,
Oh.
and she brought a friend named Ramsey.
Okay.
Lauren asked how you were doing, so I figured maybe she'd like to see you.
You know, I think I might play one more turn.
Well then,
Close the door.
Shit.
close the door. No, I'm not gonna stay in. And close it.
No. As in, she's like, close the
Like-
door, like
Okay,
come
close the
in
door.
and close
Okay.
the
Oh,
door.
okay.
I do so.
Something happened the first time that Lauren discovered who she really was.
Did she?
She was fascinated by the ocean. And,
Sounds pretty sulky-like.
oh yes, very much so. It was also the time that I first discovered exactly what Braum's lips might taste like.
Cool. Yeah.
She doesn't know.
Doesn't know that you and Braum are an item? Should that stay that way?
I think for their first
You
reunion.
should probably tell Braum because he's really not good at subtle social cues. Should I go?
A
Braum and Kay were someone who I swore to never interfere with.
Yeah, well, Kay unfortunately died, and you waited 10 years, and now you're good. Lauren is not calling herself Kay.
Let them have a day where there isn't me.
Okay. Sure. All right. I'll say you're busy.
One more turn has a way of turning into 500. And now I have to kick this bitch down.
oh shit.
I'll make sure that I'll pretend I didn't hear that. You know, this is a constitutional monarchy. We have the queen on our money. Don't be sassing Queenie.
It's Elizabeth the First.
Just got those cool neck ruffs. Still your queen. Yeah, I assumed it's so one.
Neck ruffs.
Enjoy your game. I'm gonna peace. The Lady Kyoko is otherwise occupied. She will say her greetings maybe when we come back tonight.
All right. Well.
But she said not to wait up for her and all of that.
All right. I know better than to.
And then down from the office, you just start hearing cackling. Like maniacal cackling. And then
'Cause
you hear quietly, "That's the Manhattan Project. Oh no. Oh no." Click, 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 click.
it was like, did Gandhi accidentally go full nuclear because of an incorrect integer?
I always love that. Well, I know better than to wait up for her when she's in this state.
Well, Lauren, you've had a
Dot,
long trip,
dot,
though.
dot.
Don't you want to rest a bit before we go out again? We've prepared
There's so much to
rooms
do.
for you. If you'd like to have a nap, there's no
Rooms?
rush.
And then she starts like
Oh.
heading back like, "Rooms? Rooms?"
Yes, Braum, would you show our guest to her room?
Of course.
All right, with you gone,
Huh.
Ramsia goes by and she just flashes a smile at Braum as she heads past, and Lauren's just like, "Rooms, rooms, rooms, rooms."
We were just telling Lauren that if you wanted to rest, we've prepared rooms for you. We don't have to go out again right away. It's been a long trip, so
I think it would be important for me to rest, especially if we're going to investigate other things later. There isn't a place where I might beg for a scrap of cloth and maybe some warm hay for the night.
Well, we do have beds, if that would serve.
I think a bed would serve very well.
Good. It's just this way.
Oh,
She just walks along with you. So Lauren immediately asks the following questions. 1, is this my room? 2, where's your room? 3, where's Patch's room? 4th, where's...
Lady Sophia.
Wow,
Sophia's
Sophia doesn't
room.
even get a name. Where's room?
Sorry, I was going to be, where's Liz's room? And I'm like, nope, that's not
That's
her
not
name.
right at all.
That way.
I do my best to explain the layout of things. Lady Sophia lives upstairs. Beethoven lives upstairs.
I do like music.
But that
She's a
the
musician.
pièce de résistance, the raison d'être, if you will, of the Spark is the workshop, which of course is located in the basement. But it's not really a place we can just visit. The other freeholder is often working down there, and it can get a little dangerous. You understand? But yes, this is where you will be staying. I wasn't sure if you would mind sharing a room with Ramsia, but we can reaccommodate if that's not.
Oh, I could share a room with Ramsia, if you want me to.
We could have separate rooms if that would be better.
Oh, yeah, that... I snore.
Ah. Me too. And I give her a wink, but like, not salaciously, obviously.
I want you to roll me your perception and empathy, please.
Okay, this time I spend a point of Sophia's willpower to know.
Holy
Things off my body, bruh.
Guys, I know.
You're
Okay,
like,
fine.
take one from Sophia. She's not connected, so it just defaults to me.
Ow,
And
ow.
Just like,
Ow, that hurts. It's 3 successes, John. 3 successes.
So, when you wink, she doesn't make a sound. If her emotions would make a sound, they would sound something more like...
Lauren, can I ask you a question that might sound a bit odd?
Sure.
Are you here to see the city?
Okay, hold on wait a second.
I say, are you here to see the city, or...
There is, because it's like you said, are you here to see the city? But did you also do the whole like head turn and like intently look at her? Or
Oh, Braum. What was that?
I think you have a better chance.
I have etiquette, so I'm not trying to be disconcerting or intimidating. But yeah.
they said it was time for me to spread my wings, see everything that I have to see, and I figured you were here and that Montreal was as good a place as any to start.
That is very true. It's a relatively large city, all sorts of Cathane from all over the world.
I should change before we go.
Of course, yes. There's no rush.
Okay.
It's really good to have you here, Lauren.
Thanks.
I go.
Lauren looks to be about, I think, 18,
Mhm.
19. Remember, for changelings, age, you don't age in a freehold. You don't age in the
So-
dreaming, so ages can be deceiving.
I'm obviously not going to stand there, so I'm going to go. I'll close the door.
So, did you just split up their rooms then?
Yes.
All right, so I'm walking towards you with Ramsia to show her her room.
Lady Sophia,
Yes.
Ramsia, I hear that Lauren, and then I take my voice down a couple notches here. I hear she's a bit of a snorer. Perhaps you'd prefer a non-adjacent room.
Is the soundproofing in the walls very poor? That would have to put an incredible dampener on everybody around here. The elevator makes so much noise.
I think you get used to it after a time.
Really? All of that squeaking? The up and down?
It's not in use. It's not in use so much at night, but I'm sure we can find you an appropriate spot. Perhaps towards the end of the hall?
Of course. Come with me. And I'm like bustling on ahead just so I can quickly get like the curtains open and like the everything looking nice because this was not one of the rooms that was prepared. I'm like, fuck.
I'm not used to being waited upon by nobility.
This isn't really a noble freehold. It isn't a noble freehold.
Lady Sophia, I'm willing to begin whenever you are. I should just let you know that it isn't going to be easy. And I'm sorry for that.
What is this type of training going to entail?
So far you've walked in Braum's dreams and in Immortals. Have you walked into any others?
One others, yes.
It can be hard because sometimes walking in someone's dream is paradise, utopia. And sometimes it's hell.
I've only walked in the dreams of people who have been lost. Not fully lost, but they needed to find a part of themselves, and the only way to do that was through their dreams. It always worked.
Tonight, I think maybe it would be best if you walked in someone else's.
Do you have any suggestions?
We'll talk later.
All right, can I bring you anything?
You've been very kind. I appreciate it. And I realize that I've been sent here by a trash panda with different dye.
You've been sent here to help me in a matter I sorely need help with. I didn't know just how much studying and manipulating dreams would come in handy these days, but it has, and I need to learn more.
I have something for everyone to teach. That's why I'm here. And hopefully I might learn something myself while I'm here. Just know that I appreciate what you've done, the three of you. You've helped protect people who are very important to me.
Like who?
Thankfully, I'm not a member of the Red Branch. Because they have been through it.
They have.
But I've worked with them. You get to know some of them. And the fact that they even still exist today and that there's a glimmer of hope that they might return, I think that's thanks to you three.
And themselves.
Maybe. But you and Patches, you've decided to do things for other reasons than a simple oath. That's inspiring. Not that oaths are bad.
So it's members of the Red Branch that are dear to you? Or is it the idea of the Red Branch? You can tell me.
I don't know if Sister would remember me. I was a little girl.
Your new sister.
I was very small when I first came here. He didn't even own the place at the time. Everyone else always treated me with this delicate nature. And Sister showed me how to use an arc welder. Everybody tried to fawn over me because of who I was going to become, and Zister decided that if I didn't have skinned knees by the end of the day, then I hadn't learned anything yet. I know that he's grown up and he's become grumpier than most.
I mean, yes, but he's been through a lot.
But he always treated me with more respect than anyone else, and I loved him for it. I had a bit of a crush on him. And even today, I know that he's got his heart in the right place. I'm helping you because you helped him. I hope that that's all right.
Of course. Of course it is. And Sister's here, you know. Would you like to see him, or would you like to rest first?
I'm sure I look like a fright. I will...
You don't. Not one bit. But if you'd like to rest all the same, I'll leave you be. There's plenty of time to see him.
You're going to walk in a dream tonight. Just make sure that you're ready for it. I'll see Zister tomorrow.
Right.
Patches.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so, Patches. Patches.
Sitting in the exhaust. Yeah. What's up?
Patches, you get a phone call.
Alrighty.
It is not a number that you recognize, but it is a... Actually, it's a number that starts with a 0.
So European,
1, 1. So it's international.
international.
So's Patches.
Okay.
She's a woman of mystery.
International Woman of Mystery.
Hello?
Hi, this is Patricia.
Yes.
Hi,
Yes.
we met a few months ago. My name is Pazabakiniut.
Yes. What brings you to call me, and from some other country?
Oh, I'm sorry. This is my phone. I just have a very good roaming plan.
Have to look into it. Sorry.
I have a message from Kaylee.
All right.
We searched through the cabin that you were visiting.
Yes.
You've managed to piss off somebody incredibly important,
Oh boy.
but it's somebody who we've been looking for a very long time.
Bad news, good news. You're good at this. Mm-hmm.
So, you have kind of a choice. You can either finish what you started, or we'll take care of it.
Well,
But we don't take kills from those who've earned them.
I appreciate that, but I would have to say that Jacques started it by opening business right next to an important freehold of our kind, and I technically stepped on your guys' territory by getting
Should we
involved.
contact the freehold closer to where you discovered them?
No. No, certainly not. Actually, I would specifically expressly say there's some political goings-on that makes that a poor choice. I would say that if you would like my participation, let me know. Otherwise, I'm glad that I have helped you find someone that you've been looking for.
Kaylee spoke highly of your martial prowess, so I thought it fair. But we'll take care of it if you like.
Keep me posted, but thank you. I leave it to your group's expertise.
Of course.
Good luck with the hunt.
Thank you. I plan to enjoy this one.
Cheers.
He hangs up.
Click.
So, you guys are all going out to the old port.
We are.
We're going to the old port. We're going
All
to
right,
walk along St. Paul and...
The following things occur while you were down
Yay.
there. The first is Lauren keeps kind of pointing somewhere and just being like, and you can kind of, she's not like a jerk, but she doesn't need any prompting. She's just like,
Right.
what's that? And goes.
Best guess.
Yeah.
And then it's like, I want to go here. And goes. And then she finally gets to where you have your artist collective. And she's looking around, and there's a couple of people who recognize you, and they come up, and they're like, oh, hi. And everyone's just like enjoying themselves for a moment. And then I want all of you to roll me your perception. This one you can all roll.
Okay.
Your perception alertness, please.
Is this an insightful?
No.
Zero.
0, 3, 1. Great.
I really have to stop rolling ones.
Patches.
What the hell,
You notice that at some point Lauren crosses the street and heads closer towards City Hall. Braum, you don't notice this at all. Neither do you.
I'm
follow
basking
her?
in my art.
But then Patches, when you realize where she's gone, she's walked over to a fountain. And
I was in that memory.
Oh, no.
I witnessed this.
and she just is like dreamily taking her sandals off and just walking into it.
Oh, boy.
I don't know whether that's quite legal, so I'll keep my eye out
It's
for you.
su-
I'm telling this to her.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's like plenty of people
Yeah.
with their feet dangling
Yeah.
in it or whatever.
Do you remember this place from...
It's just a beautiful fountain.
Did you know it was going to be here when you started walking in this direction?
I felt like I needed to come over here and look. And she sits down at the edge and smooths her hands.
We've walked through some of Braum's memories in hopes of helping him, and I think we did help him, but we didn't quite have control of what we saw. And we saw some of his most private moments. And he had a very pleasant memory here.
Tell me about it.
I think that's his
you now
secret to
notice
tell.
that both Patches and Lauren are not with you.
Braum.
Yes.
Where are Patches and Lauren?
I'm not sure. Perhaps they went off together to get ice cream.
There is Benjers.
I'm
right
looking
there.
around for them.
Or is I'm gonna forget her name every time. Ramsia still with us? She
No,
hasn't, like,
she
No,
stayed
Ramsey
home.
stayed
Oh,
behind.
She's
napping.
not coming out? Okay.
Yeah.
She's napping.
I start kind of scanning, trying to find them. If I can.
Moi aussi. Definitely Goldrake.
Nice. Choo choo. Okay, all right. Okay, cheers.
Those are his memories to recount, and I was not comfortable ultimately seeing what we saw. Mostly just due to the involuntary nature of the sharing, but it does involve your past self.
Oh,
So that's why I was wondering if you remembered or if you were drawn here.
maybe.
It's a nice fountain, though.
The water's cold. I like the cold. Hey, Patches, could you do me a favor?
Mm-hmm.
Could you ask Braum to come over here? I really want to know what happened here.
He's still hurting over losing Kay. So if he seems hesitant, maybe give him space on this.
Oh.
I'll go get him.
Patches,
Yeah.
maybe not if it's gonna hurt him.
That's up to him to decide. I'm not interested in
He's like
sheltering people.
48.
Yeah.
Not just, what's up, bitch?
I will head back towards
Kick him in the
the little pedestrian street and spot the 8-foot-tall troll towering over everyone, probably with great ease.
I'm blending in, damn it.
I wore sunglasses, damn it. What more do you want?
Like a bucket hat, but with the horns poked through, you know what I mean?
Not again.
Oh, crap. Again? Yes.
Lauren is at the fountain.
Ah.
She seemed to be drawn to it, but she doesn't remember the details. I told her that you have memories there with her former self, but left it at that. It's your history, but she'd like you to go join her.
What are you going to tell her, Braum?
Whatever he feels like. Sorry. He can answer
No,
for
that's-
himself.
You're right, Patches. I'm not sure. Lady Sophia. I just know that sorry. I just know that I don't want her to think that we are the same people that we once were.
Right.
Be right back.
This
I'm
doesn't
going
make sense.
to run back to the fountain and ask her what her favorite ice cream is. And that Braum's on his way.
I'm not hungry.
But you like the cold. All right, your last chance, as I start backing away. I'm getting ice cream.
Bucket. I'm gonna. Well, Sophia still looks very concerned, so I'm not going anywhere
Just
yet.
be careful with her, Braum. You don't.
Of course. What? Why would I not be careful? Sophia, what would you do?
I don't think it's right to keep things from her, but just be careful. That's all. We don't know what she remembers.
Right. Right.
And she clearly idolizes you.
I make my way to the fountain. Excuse me. Sorry.
I'm getting a little verklempt.
I'm getting a little emotional. Not yet.
Starts weeping.
Oh, God.
When she looks up at you with her feet in the fountain, and at this point she's sort of slid so that her legs are just completely immersed. It's still June 2nd. It's not that warm out, and the fountain's water is extremely cold. No one else has their feet in. But when she looks up at you, her eyes are intensely familiar.
Oh boy. You wanted to speak with me.
I know this place. What happened here?
Many of our kind don't have quite so much recollection of their past selves. No. Sorry. I think that's what it says anyway. You should know that that's quite remarkable.
I remember how cold it felt. And I remember it was windy, and I remember you laughed. What happened here?
A long time ago, well, long for you, long for me too. This was a place where your aunt and I came to be together. Well, Lauren, maybe you don't know. We loved each other.
No. No, it wasn't that simple. Braum?
Yes.
What's the definition of love? Come on, it's not that hard.
It's unique for everyone.
Yeah. What's yours?
It is sorry. Is the feeling in your very guts and in your heart and in your mind that you would dedicate and give everything, including your life, for someone.
No, you say that you loved each other, and I don't think your definition matches what it was.
Why not?
Auntie Kay once told me that love was clinging for dear life onto something you couldn't control. Knowing that you didn't know what it was going to do to you, but that you absolutely had to find out what it was. That you'd met something so important that it rewrites your story.
She had a different way of living her life. That does sound like her.
So, what was it? You came here to love each other? There was an event. Something happened here, I know.
You have a right to know. But I don't think you should. Please do not be offended by this, Lauren. But it is not your history. You are making your own life and your own history right now. It is a part of you, but you will remember in due time if you are meant to remember. I am meant to remember, and so I do.
It isn't my own life. Before I met you, I didn't remember. I didn't remember bleeding from 6 different places and being lifted away and sneaking into an apartment late at night, promising not to make too much noise,
Oh,
being
boy.
reassured that she would never ever wake up, and feeling the sting of a shower
Oh, boy.
pour over me.
Braum kind of catches himself on the edge of the fountain, but like, dude's going down. Like he kind of lands hard next to the fountain. I don't know how high it is. I haven't been down there recently, but
It's not.
okay. So then,
high. It's high. It's a long distance for you to like
yep.
go down.
Well,
I feel a minor earthquake and look over with alarm.
how they doing over there? Not
2
great.
ships just
Oh
sink.
my god!
Sorry. You know what, Captain Daff?
Deployed his flat cannon.
And then she looks up and she looks directly into your eyes.
Oh, fuck.
I do love the cold.
So did she.
You gave me this coat. And she sort of shows off as it's wrapped around her midsection.
It was her wish that it go to you.
I'm not the same person I was when you gave me this coat. I became someone else.
You did.
And then she closes her eyes. Can we sit here? Just a little while longer?
I kind of hoist myself up, so I'm sitting also on the fountain, but like facing out rather than facing in. But I'm still next to her. I want you to live your own life, not in the shadow of another. Does that make any sense? I can't wait to see what things you accomplish.
I want you to know that she meant every single word she ever spoke to you.
Yibbly.
I want you to know that she thought you were the funniest person in the room, even though you would never believe her. And I want you to know that the best thing that she ever felt was how the bed would tilt just a little bit whenever you lay down, and she'd have to stop herself from just rolling into that pit. And sometimes she didn't. And she always liked the fact that you were particular about the kind of soap that you bought because it always smelled the same. And that she's telling you this because I feel it too. I'm not living in her shadow, Braum. I'm my own person. But she's a part of me. So the two of you.
I have picked up 3 bowls of ice cream.
Okay.
I have, and I come out of Ben & Jerry's and I find Sophia. And I've got some very, very extraordinary sorbet for you.
Thank you, Patches.
And I'm going to head up towards the fountain
I'm gonna go with you.
with the full plans of interrupting whatever's going on, good or bad.
like the way you think, Patches.
All right. So
Hi, guys.
as you know how like there's a little bit of
Yeah,
a
there's a
hill?
bit of a hill.
So when you get up, you see that Braum is sitting facing out, and Lauren is sitting facing in. So they're kind of they're not back to back. They're side by side, but they're facing in opposite directions. They can't look at each other unless they specifically turn around. You can see Braum's face, but you can't see Lauren's.
We have ice cream.
New York Super Fudge Chunk.
Well, all right. It's maybe not what I would.
What
Always-
would you have chosen?
Today feels like that kind of day.
And none for the lady who didn't want any?
I'm not hungry. And she gets up and like the water is just soaked her shorts.
Oh, okay. I was like, her shoulders.
No, her shorts. But the water just slides off the coat that she has wrapped around her waist.
I eat one of the little tiny chocolate fishes in my ice cream.
Is it time to go home? Back to the spark.
I think so. Thank you so much for showing me around.
It's our pleasure.
I can't believe that you have these old streets here.
Oh, a lot of films shoot here, actually.
Really?
Yes.
Like what?
X-Men has shot here a lot.
Not in this particular area.
And
I'm
she
sure they've
gets
used
out of
this
the
area to
fountain
stand
and
in for
starts
New York or
walking off with
something.
these two.
I was in a film. I was in a film. Yes, Sophia was in a film. No, I'm not.
Sophia probably was in that movie.
She probably
actually.
was. For example, a film that used the old port to look like Boston in the 30s.
How do you even do that sort of thing? I mean, do you have
I
to like
know.
get all the cars to go away, or
Well,
so they're getting quieter as they go
Yeah, I
away.
know.
You can choose to follow them if you want.
I'm just gonna take a second, and then yes, I'm gonna
half second or a full second.
take a half a second before following along.
Is it all right that I showed up when I did?
Yes,
What ice cream would you
Fair
prefer
enough.
in the
Kung Fu
future?
Fenris. Fair enough.
I like strawberry ice cream.
Damn. I tried to take your home stomping grounds in mind.
Oh, well, of course. That
I don't
makes
know.
sense.
I mean, it seemed like chocolate was a pretty safe bet.
Let's be honest, Patches. It's ice cream.
Strawberry.
Lauren continues to pepper you with questions all the way home. What's that? Hey, do you guys? Why is there so much construction around here? Does it ever get really
Hey.
tiring
Oh, well, see,
for
they've
you?
made the
Never
orange
ends.
cone, the orange pylons our mascot now.
Oh my god.
That's how bad it is. They're trying to make us like
City
it.
so much. I don't.
And then you get back to the freehold.
What time of day is it, John?
Well, it's still like mid-afternoon, but you guys can accelerate to whenever you want if you have a specific thing in mind that you'd like to do.
Well, I have to start my Oneiromancy training, but is it a good idea to start it this session, or
Yeah,
should
sure.
we wait for
We've
next?
got time.
Cool. Do you guys have anything to... Oh, and, well, we want Zister to talk to Ramsia as well. Anything
She
else?
said tomorrow.
Oh, okay, cool. Anything else?
I have a brief conversation to have with Rams. Yeah, privately.
Sure.
Is that fine?
Yeah. Patches.
I'm good. I'm probably going to go down to the workshop at some point and check in with Sister.
Clank, clank, clank.
All right. We're going to go from right to left.
Perf.
So you're going to talk to Ramsey?
Yeah.
Cool.
Like knock on the door or wherever she is.
Just a second. And the door opens up, and so she's repurposed the sarong at this point. Now, instead of going over her entire body, now she's just using it as a skirt. And over top, she's got a white T-shirt with a denim jacket.
Mm-hmm. Settling in well, I trust.
As best that I can.
I have a particular question for you, and I know I haven't known you very long, but I get the feeling you might be able to help me with it.
Of course, come in.
Well, thank you.
And she swings by and she pulls one of the chairs and just leans back in it and then kicks her feet up so that her feet are just on the very tip of the bed.
You told us that you were perhaps sent to help Lauren with something before coming here. Is that correct?
I help a lot of people. It's kind of what I do.
Help people.
Not all heroes wear capes.
Oh, I know well, there was that once, I suppose. They're just not very practical. Sorry. Did, on your long drive here, what did Lauren tell you about me?
Well, she said that she was excited to see you again. She leans forward and her tail starts doing that clockwork ticking again.
Did she... Are you aware that she has remembrance? More than I've seen in a newly crystallized Cathane.
Yes, I am. And she's very much excited, I think, by that fact.
Well, it is very unique. Ramsia, I don't want to undo it. It's part of who she is, but...
It's making you uncomfortable.
I think it's going to cause her pain more than me. Is there any way for us to... I don't want to obscure her past.
You owe me 2 answers.
Yeah. All right.
Or 2 willpower.
No, we're good.
Well, you can choose when the question's asked.
I spend
patches as willpower.
Are you attracted to me? I'm spending a willpower. I'm kidding.
Yes.
So,
Spends willpower by taking a pill
Braum,
and putting it on his lips. Sorry.
what is this that you're worried about? This is not... It's, by the way, they're personal questions about you, so just normal questions are...
Yeah, they don't count, yeah.
You're worried that you're going to break her heart?
Yes.
So what?
I owe her more than that.
Look. I don't judge. Okay? She has echoes of someone else rattling around inside her. And they're pointing straight at you. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with how she's feeling right now, and there's nothing wrong with how you'd feel about her. You're not mortal. And all the lessons that you've learned from television and movies and books, they don't necessarily apply here. Because she's not mortal either. She isn't some surfer who you met a few months ago. But her heart's going to break no matter what, if indeed that's what's going to happen. You can't be afraid of that.
You told me we could affect done. And I would like to affect it in a way where I don't cause her pain.
Do you know why love's so amazing? Because it hurts so much. You have to break her heart if she's ever going to have the chance to love anyone else. And if you don't, she'll always love you more than anyone else. Maybe. I wish I could tell you exactly how she feels, because I can't. But if you feel that that's what you need to do, it will happen. Pain is pain. Haven't you felt pain over the loss of love?
Yes, of course I have.
And haven't you been lifted by love? I think you'll do the right thing.
I just don't know why the right thing has to be to the detriment of someone else, even if it's only in the short term. But you're right, of course.
Are you breaking up with her before she even asks you out?
I mean, kind of.
And are you doing that because it's what you should do or because it's what you want to do?
I don't know, Lauren.
Then I think you're the smartest man in the room.
I look around for other men.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
She lets the chair flump forward and she reaches and she takes your hands and you notice that her nails are just a tiny bit pointed, just a little bit.
Yes.
The way that she's talking about you right now means that Kay loved you very, very much. And even if you have to break her heart, there's still joy to be had for both of you in that. Okay? She squeezes one more time and then lets go. Good luck.
I'm going to need it. Thank you.
Patches.
Just wanted to say thank you properly for what you gave us earlier. And that I guess I'm a little surprised, impressed that you managed to do so without my noticing what you were working on.
Every once in a while, I've been known to give a surprise.
And has anyone made mention of our guests?
I've been down here the entire time, trying not to be very angry, so no.
Angry that there are guests or angry at Sophia? Or both, or neither?
I didn't know there were guests. So what Clark spilled across our floor this time?
Lauren, who has Kay's old coat,
Oh,
and her friend
Goody.
Ramsia, who I didn't hear the story about. So her friend Ramsia.
Yep, you weren't there.
a little pisher running around. She's not little anymore.
You know her.
Baya took her here. Ramja is somebody who has certain gifts. She was taking a tour, trying to be exposed to many different ways of life. It was here that she learned about a commoner muse.
Well, then I'm sure she'd be happy to see you.
Yeah. Tell anybody that I am looking forward to it. And
You have your...
I'll snap your T-square.
That'd make you buy me a new one.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be the shame.
No, it wouldn't. I'd be really fucking pissed. I've had that thing since I was in school.
Fine, I'll go and shear.
No one's twisting your arm. She's staying the night. She'll be here tomorrow if you're busy.
All right. Then I'll shear then.
Don't want to look too excited. Got to keep up appearances. I'll make sure everyone knows how much you don't give a firk about our guests.
Striding around like a firkin' knocker in my own workshop, huh?
I'm just trying to help you keep up your appearances about not being too excited. I'm super excited for this cool-ass gadget you gave us, and I can't wait to use it, but I'm not gonna because I know it takes more than it gives. But boy, oh boy, am I excited.
Do you
So
know how
thank you.
difficult it is to be able to recognize your unique glamour and willpower signature?
Exactly. So I'm super fucking thrilled. I'm not afraid to show it.
I'll shear tomorrow.
All right.
Fine.
I leave him to his... Airs.
Grumpiness? Oh, okay,
His
yeah,
airs.
his airs, yeah.
All right. In the evening, Ramza comes out, and she's looking very calm, but she's seeking you out specifically. She rings your bell.
Cool. I answer my door.
I know that your place must be absolutely a wreck, so I'm very sorry that I came up here. May I come in?
In answer, I open my door fully to reveal that the place looks pristine.
Yeah, it's gorgeous. It's perfect.
She
You're a
looks
model.
around.
Evangelista.
Every once in a while, I'm disappointed that I never took up the noble life. Apparently, it pays very well.
I don't think it's my nobility that got me this nice apartment.
No, there isn't a quiet nobility in being a musician.
You know what? Yes, I think there is. I wish more people felt that way.
Nobility is just an adjective. Do you want to sit down?
Mm-hmm.
What is it that you're trying to learn? What is it that you want to master?
Somebody was able to infiltrate Braum's dreams and plant falsehoods there. And falsehoods that existed in his waking life. It wasn't just a nightmare you suddenly woke up from. And when I went into his dreams myself, I spoke to a shadow of that person. And they said, I hope we never meet in real life. Because there's no way you'll be able to best me. And I wasn't scared. I thought, just watch me. I want to step into someone's dreams and know that I'm in charge.
Is it just dreams?
Anywhere that needs a leader.
All right. I need a mirror. Do you have a handheld mirror?
I select a very nice one.
Okay, now
From
hold
your
it up and have a
collection.
look at yourself. Now, what do you see? This isn't some Mr. Miyagi bullshit. It's all right. What do you see?
I see an autumn she.
All right. So the moment that you say that you see an autumn she, you know that you are seeing what a dream reflects as a leader.
Right.
The cantrips that we weave, are we doing it because we are reacting to the world or because we are acting upon it?
Lately, it's been too much reaction.
And you want to take
Action.
the initiative.
I do. I'm tired of things happening to us. It's time for us to happen to the world.
Oh boy. Sorry.
I wonder if you're familiar with the idea of mastery in terms of cantrips, of being able to really wrest control of an entire situation and mold it through the glamour that you've already spun. By the time we're finished, it's not going to be dreams. It will be everything.
Everything.
Because it isn't just about facing off one person in Braum's nightmare, but being able to be the leader whenever and wherever you need it. That's the first tenet of the Crystal Circle.
Show me.
First thing I want you to experience what a dream can be. A dream unlike any you've ever seen. All right?
All right.
Are you choosing this alone or with anyone else? Is this a journey that you're undertaking by yourself, or are you taking your friends with you?
It's by myself. They have their own mastery to seek out.
Yeah, suck it, friends.
You're more right than you know.
Huh? What do you mean by that?
Oh my god, I
Would you
spelled
like to
crystal
enter
like crystal.
mine?
Should I?
Well, we've only just met.
I'd be lying if I said I wasn't curious.
Would you mind then if I slept here?
Not at all.
Oh yeah, right.
How would you choose to enter my dreams?
I like to sing a lullaby. With the help of Mab, of course. Who I very
Just
rudely
fucking appears
I've not-
from somewhere.
She lives
Yeah.
on my shoulder.
I know,
who
I
I
know.
very rudely have not introduced to you.
Well, now Mab's the name of a queen.
And you'll find she is every inch a queen.
And Mab's
Inch
just like,
being the operative
whatever,
word, she's
I'm
teeny
on somebody
tiny.
else's hand. Doing that thing where she just doesn't give a fuck.
I love how over it she is. Ugh. Mab is love. Mab
Yeah,
is
whatever. I
life.
made up dream stuff. Like, who gives a
Over it.
Magic fucking heart.
magic wizard heart?
And she lifts a small, she has like a tote bag that she has left. I'm just going to change. And if I might trouble you for something warm to drink before I sleep,
Of course. Sleepy time tea?
that would be excellent. Thank you.
Done.
And in a few minutes, she's put on a very simple nightgown. Although this nightgown has a very well hidden snap so that she actually can have her tail free.
Cool.
And closed behind her so that it's not just like, brr, like
Yeah.
just on either side. And she's brushed her hair since so that now it hangs much nicer. Like it's no longer just like a mat of hair, and now it's more of a pixie cut. And then she lies down on your bed, and after drinking the tea, I trust you. So I want you to know that at any time, you can make whatever changes you might want. All that I ask is that if you're going to do something drastic, that it's for a good reason. Even if that reason is just for you to learn. All right?
Of course. So I have your permission to enter your dream.
You don't need my permission.
I
you
would like
have
it
it.
all the same.
And she closes her eyes and rests her head on the pillow.
I'm going to start singing.
I'm actually going
With
to
Nab.
have you roll me your willpower, please.
Ooh. That is one success. I've only rolled one success
she's-
every single roll.
She is remarkably beautiful for someone who is not she. But
For someone who is not me.
when her head rests on the pillow, there's a small bit of familiarity. Just a little.
When was the last time I had a fox Pooka up here?
Patches.
You know that.
After you come upstairs, do you do anything else before you're off to do your own thing?
Gonna hang out in the exhaust, I guess.
So while you're in the
I
exhaust,
should check that our super top secret guest is
Oh.
doing okay. But while I'm in the exhaust,
all right. So while you're in the exhaust,
Conceited.
Kyoko just walks in, sits down next to you, and again, when she sits down, like there's personal space isn't something that she does very well for people who she knows.
I think she remembers a lot.
The thought did cross my mind once, maybe twice.
But I think that Braum is dealing with it the best way that Braum can. I don't think you have anything to worry about. But maybe just because they weren't making out doesn't mean that
I'm not worried
there's
about
no
myself.
more going on. Sure? Sure you aren't worried about your little heart getting broken?
My heart's never been broken. It's still beating in there.
I'm sure it is.
I think it would only break my heart if I found out that you'd left.
Where would I go?
It's a big world out there.
Open
Except for the-
bar.
Part of England that I just
Garden.
nuked the fuck out of.
Like, push her off me. Trying to get
Nothing.
on my bad side?
Nothing personal. It was the Middle Ages.
Dark times.
I think you'd succeed anywhere you chose. Again, except for England. I wiped
Yeah.
it off the map.
Yeah.
They pushed me. Patches.
So if someone pushes you, you nuke them?
If I'm playing Civilization, yes. Thanks
Good
for
to know
keeping
not
an
to get
eye.
on your bad side.
Hey. We owe each other.
What's your favorite type of ice cream?
You're going to laugh.
All right.
Vanilla ice cream, served next to a carrot cake.
Sounds delicious.
It's incredibly stereotypical and embarrassing. I've never told anybody else.
I'm sure.
Go see him.
Just make sure he isn't starving, hiding out there, trying not to be seen. We've put him in a difficult place.
He's holding on. That's the important part. So when you go in and you see the Duke, he welcomes you in, and then he sort of shuffles some papers together and taps them and puts them on the desk.
Anything I can get for you?
Am I a bad person?
What brings this to mind?
I retired, and now I've faked my own death.
You didn't fake it. Technically, other people did.
I suppose that's true.
Why do you think you're a bad person? Why do you question it?
Because if I hadn't retired, Eloise never would have reached power.
Yeah, but maybe you would have been driven to awful measures because you didn't want to be there anymore.
I suppose. I'm sorry, I've been ignoring you.
No. You've been doing your own thing. It's good for a guest to keep themselves occupied. Would you like additional occupation? Should I help you seek out
Close
guests?
the door. He wastes no time.
I'm going to briefly excuse myself to the washroom so that I can disconnect the thing
Oh, yeah.
so he doesn't see it.
Just like flush.
What's this
No.
creepy tech?
Braum,
Yes.
where are you?
Not in that room.
I mean, you could be.
Yes,
It would be
I
a
was like,
hilarious
yes,
fucking scene.
Oh. Well, I didn't expect that.
You didn't
Ah.
know that two people could be in this position, could you? So.
Sorry. Ding dong.
I was almost going to be like, close the door, number 7. But
How many?
that wouldn't have made
Positions.
sense.
You know what? Kyoko. I'm gonna make sure Lauren is settled in, and then I'm gonna see Kyoko.
So Lauren's in her room, but the door's open.
Okay, well, just gonna poke my head in and be like, "Everything okay? Can I get you
Everything's
anything?"
great.
Do you
Thank
do
you.
the thumbs up?
Yeah. How you doing, champ? Like,
Oh my god.
Champ.
everything is awesome.
I guess I'll see you tomorrow.
Yes.
Good night.
Good night to you, Lauren. There's much more of the city to explore. I'm sure we'll
I look forward to exploring it with you.
We're very happy to have you here at the Spark.
Thanks.
I start to go, and then I'm like, ooh. And instead I go in and I sit on the edge of the bed. Ugh.
What's up?
Wait, whose bed are you sitting on the edge
Lauren's.
of? Oh, for the love
She
of...
gets up and she closes the door. Not in like a
Yeah.
oh yeah, but like more like
Has
a
anyone ever done that?
what's up?
What's going on, Braum? I just think maybe we need to have a talk. It could be now or it could be later.
Talk about what?
There's a lot going on for you. Your remembrance, new to all of this, everything.
Yeah.
Lauren, I was trying to be kind earlier today.
Trying to be kind?
I am kind. I like
I
you,
know
Lauren.
you're kind.
I get the feeling that you look up to me in a way that's maybe a bit...
Everybody looks up to you, Braum. You're very tall.
It's not the same way, but good joke. I appreciate it. I haven't heard that one before. And it's not quite in the same way.
Okay.
You and I will not have the same relationship that Kay and I did. I'm sure you know that too. I want to get to know you.
Yeah, I want to get to know you too.
Are you hurt?
No.
Can I roll on that? He says, reaching for his dice immediately.
I hope you botch this. I've never hoped for a botch harder in my
I
life.
hate you so much right now. There are 4 successes on the board.
Damn.
If you're using your Gwydion sense,
yes.
then the difficulty is her manipulation subterfuge.
That's true, my mistake.
Which is, at the moment...
10. Say
No.
10.
It's 5.
4 successes. Thank you.
Ask the question again.
Are you hurt?
Yup!
Hey. Please do. I'm sorry.
You have nothing to be sorry about.
I do.
After all, it's like we barely know each other.
I know. It doesn't feel that way, though, does it?
No. We can still explore tomorrow?
Of course.
Okay.
I want to know what you think of this city, and
Yeah.
moreover, I want to know where you want to go. The West Coast? Perhaps the Pacific Ocean?
There's so many places. Let's decide tomorrow, okay?
Okay.
I'm sorry, I really have to go to the bathroom.
Sure. Lauren, maybe I can bring you a mug of tea.
No,
before
no,
bed.
no, no. I'm okay.
All right.
I'll see you tomorrow, okay?
Yeah. Okay.
And she smiles and starts walking off towards her bathroom.
I'm leaving.
Where are you? Sorry.
I'm leaving.
Okay.
I'm going to
so
Joko's room.
as the
Ugh.
door starts closing, you hear the sound of a shower coming on.
Do I also hear the sound of sobbing?
Roll me your perception alertness.
What are your perception alertness? And do you want to? Like, what are you listening for? Oh. I'm gonna go make her a mug of tea and bring it back and just leave it at her door.
Okay. So the following is true.
Ugh,
The next morning,
I hate it.
the mug of tea outside of Lauren's room is untouched and room temperature. The mug of sleepy time tea, which was completely drank, leads to an interesting moment or two. And before Patches has the chance to leave, Duke Granville just reaches out and holds her hand. And I think we'll end the session there. So,
I want to unpack that next session.
Yeah, make a note.
I mean, there might be some
Touching.
there might be some things in there that will have to be examined. There may be a bonus session that may need to occur. Or at the very least, a write-up of dreams. But I do know that we have a fancy corner coming up where we'll discuss what you guys learned and what might be the easiest drink counter I've ever seen. All that and more
Think.
in just a moment.
Is it possible we could be wrong?
Here on.
Because initially I had one other. I was like, no, that's too easy. So
The
there was
betting
something else
is
that I had.
complete.
But like,
Oh.
And the winner is that no one took damage.
Oh,
Which means that Aragorn,
Spaced Out
Spaced
Lily.
Out Lily, and Weirdness win the bet for today.
congrats,
Congratulations,
guys.
everybody. Not that no one didn't get hurt.
Yeah, I think it's specifically
But yes, I'd say.
take damage.
Right, that's it, yeah.
I said it was points of damage.
It's true, Crosshair. You may have still won. The forums will be the judge of that.
Ugh.
Or
Those
RPG
forums
Clinic,
are
or-
filthy.
Oh yes, Patches is bruised in the morning. Yes.
Oh
no.
my god.
Okay.
No,
But
it's
that's
actually
after the
Duke.
session ended.
It's actually
Eh.
the Duke that's bruised in the morning.
Oh, point,
I want
point.
to watch that.
So,
Hi.
let's run it down the opposite direction.
Oh.
So, Scott.
Yeah.
Or, sorry, I said opposite.
You
Going
did.
left to right. So, Liz.
Well, Sophia learns that there is a master Oneiromancer, and she's gonna learn from her.
Yay.
And then she kind of wants to be the very best, like no one ever was. So.
Damn.
Kate.
That Zister has found motivation again, and Patches is very happy for him that he made something new.
Scott.
Lauren is sad, and I'm sad too. That's what I learned. No, I mean, that is what I learned.
That's good
Remembrance-
enough for me.
It's good enough. No, remembrance sucks. Just like it would be so shitty to, pardon my French. It'd be so shitty to be walking around with like very precise memories and feelings of things that you had before that don't match your life now, and just be crappy. That's all.
Don't forget to get your plays of the game in. I know that this wasn't a high-octane session, but there's a lot that happened, and it's important to throw that down there. While we're waiting for that play of the game, do you guys know what the drink counter was counting?
I would like to. Yeah. I think we do.
Tag.
Hashtag half a second.
Are you just trying to give my players experience? or
Final
what?
answer.
Did they earn?
Sort
Okay,
of.
so My other thing was synced drinks. So when 2 people take a drink at the same time, at least 2.
Damn it, Crosshair, that doesn't make sense.
But then at one point, when it seemed like 2 people were not taking a drink at the same time, but that we had done the little clin d'oeil to half second, you gave it. So I was like, all right, I think it's more half second.
Okay, well, if we didn't get
Well,
it,
now you're
then
getting
it
colder.
passes,
Never
to, it
mind.
passes to John at
All
that
right.
point. I'm frankly shocked. I'm frankly shocked.
Sexy times. Things that would prompt us to have a second, but like whatever. We've said too many things, so John.
Yeah.
No.
Mr.
Oh, too bad. I really
Frank.
thought it was half second. I really did.
Yeah.
I believe that it's when
No,
2
yes,
or more people drank at the same time.
That's what I thought. Then they said we were getting colder.
Yeah.
But I'm being legit with my guess.
That's legit. Yeah.
2 celebrations.
Ah.
High fives, cheering, clapping, and half-second drinks.
Oh,
Fine.
well, do we get it?
No.
Really?
I'll allow it.
No, they
Get it.
gave you the option of trying. Like they gave you a sorta, and then apparently we went
No.
colder. So
Okay.
True. There was at least one where I was like, what? Like, what's
So-
going on?
Because the first
Okay.
several, but yeah,
So
then I
apparently
saw we were at 7.
my own
Yeah.
my own hubris.
Yeah.
My hubris.
My own hubris.
Okay.
We did it, guys.
Kung Fu Fender says remembrance is a
Bummer.
bad time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Choo choo. Hop on the Bad Times Express. No.
The Bad Times Express? Yikes.
Yeah.
That's what this game is to you? The Bad Times Express?
No, just this one moment with remembrance, man. I'm loving the. You know, we love the game here, and we know you all love it too. Put your hearts in the chat.
I told you it was my own hubris, Captain Def. You can keep rubbing it in, if you need to.
You don't have to though.
Oh god! Oh god! Braum's Express is
Monorail.
Yikes.
Ooh, I just lost Wi-Fi. Did you?
No?
But I mean, as much as this wasn't a high octane action game, I mean, where
we learned.
are
we learned
people on
stuff.
that? How are people feeling about that?
I think it's good to have a bit of both going on for sure. Like not all in this, always in the same session, but as we kind of go, right?
Sucks.
I
I don't know why I lost internet. Worst day ever. First we fuck up the drink counter,
drink
then
counter,
I
now
lose
this.
Wi-Fi.
Well,
do.
I'm like really pissed about that, guys. You don't understand.
I do think that like
I'm gonna remain angry about this for a long time to come.
yeah, no, it's nice to have sessions like this where we get to meet new characters and get to ask them how they feel about the universe, and then I also just loved that like we had Patches and I had a moment where we're like, so what should we do? Nuke 'em? Nuke 'em! You know what I mean? Like not actually, but we'll. We got to have a nice moment together.
speaking of nice moments, here are your play of the game candidates.
Yay.
Voting starts now. Braum seeks to master his awkward. Patches seeks to master the knockerness. Or Sophia seeks to be the dream master.
Ooh.
That is votes 0, 1, 2, or 0, 1, or 2.
Braum will never master his awkward.
I might today. You never know.
The awkward masters him.
It was nice to see the characters connecting without someone trying to stab a piece of steel into someone.
It's true. He could not have Brahmed harder than he was today.
I know dirty dogs who would have exploited the Kay/Lauren situation, but they are dirty dogs. I don't know if I agree with that. But I
True love
don't
is true
disagree with
love.
what's happening.
Yeah.
Thank you. I will say, unlike a lot of my choices as a PC in these games and all games, I wasn't like, what's gonna fuck up the game most? Do you know what I mean? I'm not making decisions based on, what's gonna throw a wrench
the
in?
hashtag chaos.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is not that decision. This was what's the best decision here? What makes the most sense?
I mean, that does make sense.
Oh, yeah. Well, Crosshair, you know
Oh.
what?
I don't know if Joruk
It's a
would have done
different
that.
world, man.
I don't know. But that's a very good question. Oh yeah, I don't even know if Elizabeth knows that much about the Crystal Circle.
I did wiki it.
Kung Fu Fenris, what? Yeah, tell me about the Crystal Circle. I would love to know more. I don't know.
It was definitely because Kung Fu Fenris brought it up that I
me.
first looked it up.
Aragwen, he was trying to use his sexuality as a tool to get something out of her. Okay.
You should have had
Oh.
It didn't
performance
work, but-
sex or whatever.
Performance
You know,
sex.
There
it's
were
a
sex
return.
charms.
It's a return,
Mhm,
though.
Sure.
Braum seeks to master his awkward.
Yes.
Means that Scott has won today's play of the game. Although
Thank
it was
you all
close,
so much.
it was a close race this time around. We're all within a couple of votes of each other.
Oh, right. That's, thank
What a
you
good
all so much.
sesh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Party. I'm just gonna.
No
update you.
crazy intense combat situations.
Nobody
Still
died.
A real
Very
good sesh.
exciting.
Nobody died.
Yeah.
I will say,
Saw
for the
that.
record, that there
Loved
was
it.
a chance that someone was going to potentially get injured, but it was going to be like one bruised level. So it's not like the bet was completely off, but that's going to be something that'll happen. So for those of you who may have tuned in a little bit later, if you tune in at the beginning of the game, if you get here before the jonologue, you have the opportunity to vote now on a question of what potentially could happen in the game, and you can wager the motes that you've secretly been collecting this entire time.
Holy
Whoa!
balls.
Grubermensch!
What the shit?
Grubermensch. Yikes. Can you guys read that? Because you
Yep.
have access to it?
Oh, the
yeah.
Yeah, on
message.
the left.
Thank you all for having such
you, Liz.
great games. I just wrapped the Exalted campaign that I started during Exalt Twitch, and it was my first time properly finishing a story. So tired I fell asleep trying to watch streams, so we'll have to catch up later.
Mensch. When you catch up, thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's
very
really incredible.
appreciated.
Holy crap. Pizza party?
You know what, Grubermensch?
For all of it?
Marathon.
Because you've done that, the next time that you see this, our official donation train will start, and we're going to just kick it off at that 100.
Yeah, perfect.
So, more details on that next week, but thank you very much. We really do appreciate it. It is a step towards marathon. We
It
are going
sure
to
is.
count it for that. So
It'll be
thank
called
you.
the Gruberthon at this rate.
Oh boy.
Can we just officially call it the Gruberthon?
Yeah,
Like the Hans
yeah, I'm pretty sure we
Gruberthon?
can.
I'm so down.
Brought
I'm
to
so
you
down.
by Gruberman.
Hey, Grubermensch is here,
Well,
guys!
of course he's here. He's donation.
But like, was saying something about falling asleep. Anyway, that's a
He, she,
Welcome and hi.
unfortunately. I'm
Sorry,
sorry.
yes,
Sorry
Grubermensch.
for gendering you. Anyway,
Come on.
part anyway. Boom.
we do what we can.
We do what we must
do what we
because we
can.
can.
Mm-hmm.
Folks, we do have a week coming up for you. Scott?
I have a very special event tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Please, if you can, join me at twitch.tv/bifftheboss. I don't think you're going to want to miss this Method Monday with special guests.
Oh, fuck. Wednesday, I'm not actually going to be streaming at my usual time. It will be early. I will be streaming at 4 p.m. as opposed to 6 p.m. So for you Europeans, hooray! For others of you, but I will be on Wednesday, 4 p.m. Eastern. I really would like to get some. We had a great conversation last week. I'd love to have people back because this crossover is still happening and still with your input as well. Thursday.
More Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle. Gotta keep saving the
Yes.
world. We're most of the way through World 3 of 4. We're getting there. We're getting there.
Itself.
Yeah.
Oh man, I never have anything to do on Fridays.
But
What could you
Fridays
do
have
with it?
something to do on you.
What the shit?
Stab thing.
Oh! Gotcha! Shank.
Scott is not available, so I'm gonna do a solo punchy stream for the first time in I don't know how long. This is gonna
It'll
be
be like a year and a
weird.
half.
Get ready to not do anything because I can't multitask. Yay!
Saturday, I think
I
you're
feel
also still on your own.
Yeah.
Yay! Oh, well, maybe if a certain bunny is available, we can show off our fabulous co-op farm. No pressure.
Oh my
Otherwise, I'll just
God.
Could tune in for that. But look, next Sunday, we'll be here.
You're gonna want to
Yep.
We'll be waiting.
be here. Oh
At
yeah.
42.
For you.
Changeling Day 42. You can always catch up on the synopses. Guys, go in there. You know what? I'm issuing you guys a challenge. Go into the NPC section on RPGclinic.com and start filling that shit out.
Oh boy.
We had so many people say, like, oh, we totally want to contribute to a wiki. Well, contribute to a damn wiki.
Yep.
I would love to see that NPC section sorted.
Can make
What I'm
shit up
asking you
if
to
you
do
want.
is filling it in. You can fill it in with whatever you believe is necessary. And then once you've done, tweet at me. And I will go in and I
And
will
me.
check to make sure that it is valid. But you can throw in fan theories, you can throw in whatever you want. The only thing that I ask is that if there's a spoiler, that you put it not up immediately at the top.
Yeah. The first sentence, which is described in the form, is like, this sentence should just be like, Duke Granville is a she who works in Montreal or whatever.
Is it safe to say that if at least 3 NPC pages are completed, there can be a piece of fiction written into the forums from one of us?
Yes.
Yes.
From one of us. I feel like that's a fair
Three
trade.
Yes.
3 NPCs.
So there'll be a piece of fan fiction for each 3, up to a maximum of 12.
Oh, no, I just meant
meaning
from one. No.
Up to a maximum of
Oh,
12 NPCs.
okay.
12 NPCs, which
Oh,
means
oh,
each
I
of us
see,
would
yeah.
write
Yeah,
one
please, guys.
piece
Yeah,
of fiction.
perfect. Done.
But if you do more, we'll be happy, and it'll
And yeah.
count towards the marathon goals.
Go have a
Boom,
look.
boom,
There's
boom.
fan fiction being put up.
Yeah.
We've got some more art put up, but we'll always take more. And stay tuned. Next week, details definitely. Grubermensch has kicked us off. We appreciate it. But until then, thanks once again to Echoes Through Song. She who knows 10,000 things. Thank you both. As for us, up and to the right.
Oh.
Bye.
Bye. Mwah, mwah.
Don't date your niece if you've already dated her.
Oh,
Love
What the
game.
hell, God?